My name is Jaylen Ellis, and I'm the #1 ranked quarterback coming out the state of Vermont. And after the season that I had, leading my team almost to the state championship, I'd basically have offers from all around the country. Now, if I had to compare my game to a certain NFL player, I'd probably say Cam Newton. At least before this season. Because look, in my head, I want to be a scrambling quarterback. I'm 6'5", about 235 pounds. But my high school coach wanted me to work on my arm a lot more, so that my career could be for longer than it really would be. Because with me being a quarterback that loves to take contact, that might not be good for the longevity of my career. But more on that later, because now it's time for me to choose what college I'm going to be going to. But before that, there's somebody I got to introduce y'all to. This is my boy Jaylen Jackson. I call him Jaylen with an I though, because since we got the same name, but his name was spelled Jalin instead of Jalen, yeah, that's why I call him. But he's also from Vermont. But the thing is, we didn't play on the same school. We ended up meeting each other, playing 2K20 during quarantine. And crazy enough, he's actually the #1 ranked wide receiver in the state. And since we graduate in the same year, we decided that since we didn't get to play with each other in high school, we're gonna play with each other in college. And now look, my boy Jaylen with an I, this dude is like a real fast wide receiver. He's about 6'3". He's also real physical. So I might compare him to like Julio. If I throw that ball up there, he'll probably be able to go up there and get it. But like I said, my school, we didn't make it to the state championship. His school did though. And I ain't gonna lie, the people he had on his team were disgusting, all led by him. He made it all the way to the state championship and blew the other team out. And of course, I was there watching. But now, back to present day. We decided that we're both going to the same college. We both want to go to a school that didn't have a national championship yet, because we want to give them their first one. And so, after talking about it for hours, we decided to go to South Carolina. Now look, coming to this school, for me, means I'm going to have to fight for that #1 spot. Because as y'all do know, Spencer Rattler is the #1 quarterback on this team. But for Jaylen with an I, it's a different story. He's already going to be starting and balling out no matter who's on the field. And so, since I'm going to have to be battling with Spencer Rattler for my spot, I'm gonna have to make sure that in my first practice I go crazy. Now the thing about my play style is that I'm a guy who's going to make mistakes. I might throw a pick, and me being ultra aggressive, trying to be that physical quarterback that I want to be, I might fumble a couple times. But on the other side of that, I make big plays. But I know even with all of that in mind, I could still be the #1 quarterback in the nation, even with the turnovers. And surprisingly, in my first practice, I really wasn't nervous. I think it's because my boy Jaylen with an I was here with me, and I was just throwing dots to him while practice. It's crazy, we've never played on the same team, but we immediately got crazy chemistry already. And now, coach already told me, I'm not starting this season. It's gonna be Spencer Rattler. He's been on this team already, so I'm just gonna have to wait my turn, keep on grinding, keep on getting better, and my time will eventually come. And one thing that I immediately realized only in practice is how fast the D linemen are compared to high school. Everybody's fast. But all that's gonna take is a little bit to get used to. As soon as I get used to that, get a little faster, I'll be good. But overall, I'd say I had a pretty good first practice on this team. And in this time where I'll be sitting on the bench watching Spencer Rattler play, I'm just gonna be learning from him. So that as soon as my moment comes, as soon as my time comes, I'll be ready to ball out. Now this first game has been a crazy one. It's 42-42 right now, and Spencer Rattler just threw a pick. They was finna be on their way to get down the field and try to get some more points, try to take the lead, but now North Carolina is in perfect position to score. About 4 minutes left in this game. On 2nd and 6, that boy Spencer Rattler finds my boy Jaylen with an I, picking up the first down, gaining 20 yards, getting into the red zone. And then now in the red zone on 3rd and 3, Spencer tries to connect with a wide receiver to the back of the end zone, but just couldn't get it to him. Going forward on 4th down, there's no reason not to. And he ends up getting this touchdown. Tying the game up after they make this PAT. It's on North Carolina now. North Carolina did not score, and now Spencer Rattler has a chance to get down the field and take the lead, getting that ball to Jaylen with an I once again. I'm real happy my boy Jaylen with an I out there balling, but I wish I was out there with him. But North Carolina defense done locked in real quick. Got them to 4th and 5, and Spencer took the slant instead of trying to get the first down. And that just wasn't enough yards. And North Carolina was able to get down the field, score a touchdown with no time left. And Spencer had a great game, just couldn't get it done when it needed to be done. Good thing is though, my boy Jaylen with an I was balling in his first game, getting 10 catches and 177 yards. He didn't get to score though. Now this week, playing against #1 ranked Georgia. And coach told me, depending on how Spencer plays this week, we might have a position battle. Cause yeah, it is the #1 team in the nation. But if he doesn't play good against his team, what's gonna happen if he needs to play against a team like this and able to win a bowl game or something? And so far, here in the first quarter, that boy Spencer got all the way down the field, handed the ball out to the running back, and he fumbled the ball. But luckily, Jaylen with an eye picked the ball back up, all for Spencer Rattler to throw a pick in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Just a terrible read. Now it's Georgia's ball. I know it sounds bad to say, but me being on the bench, waiting for my turn, seeing something like this gives me some hope. Some hope that I might be able to hit that field earlier than I thought I would be able to. As long as Spencer, struggles a little bit. And look, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, the struggles were real, and I'm gonna be honest, if I was playing against Georgia, I wouldn't have been sitting in that pocket like that. Like, I'm gonna be honest, the struggles that he's been having this first quarter aren't all the way his fault, because the O-line also can't really hold that D-line. Because of that, I just can see the way that he's moving, that his confidence is very low right now. I mean, the amount of hits he took this game and the composure that he lost, he's just not playing like he normally does. Seeing this game and looking at coach, we might end up having a position battle coming up. Now this is the moment I've been waiting for, and I'll be damned if I don't thrive with this opportunity I've been given. We're already 0-2, and if I could just play good in this position battle, I know I could turn our season around. And look, I was not disappointing at all in this position battle, just throwing dot after dot, just putting on a show. And here, I'm trying to show coach everything I got. I showed him some passing, I tried to show him some scrambling, but ended up getting sacked. Something I realized practicing, especially with this starting unit, is how talented our wide receivers are. I mean, every wide receiver on the field is good enough to get open and make the catches that they need to make. And them being as talented as they are, it's just making this position battle a lot easier for me, because I'm just putting that ball right on the money and they're making the catches. And another connection that's just been building up crazily, especially in this position battle, is me to my boy Jaylen with an eye. But man, it just felt good. After every single play, every great pass I made, looked back at coach, he was just loving it, smiling through it all. And man, at this point, my confidence was just through the roof. It just felt like there wasn't a pass I couldn't make, just dots after dots. And now, for my last play of this position battle, scrambling out to the right side, getting it to my tight end, and I looked at coach one last time, and all he did was nod, letting me know that I'm the new starting quarterback for this team. And now that I finally got the opportunity to lead this team, we're already 0-2, but I'm gonna make sure that we don't lose another game this season. And in my first game of my college football career, I got Vanderbilt. And I'm gonna be honest, this being the first team I play against is actually pretty good, because they're not the best team, so I'll be able to get comfortable. They end up getting us to 3rd and 4. My receiver was wide open in the slot. Got that ball to him in the seams, and he just dropped the ball. Can't say that's something I ain't used to, because in high school, them boys was dropping it. Defense came out here, got that stop though. I'm dropping back, trying to see what I can find. Scrambling out to the right side, just waiting for somebody to keep on going. Finally got him, connecting with my boy Jaylen with an eye, picking up that first down. Now look, this QB receiver duo right here is gonna go crazy for the rest of the season, I ain't gonna lie. Because the chemistry we done built, it's gonna show. And like I said, in high school, I really want to be more of a scrambler. But here in South Carolina, my team wants me to sit back in that pocket. But here, there was no reason to. I take off, and I just didn't have the speed to get my first rushing touchdown. But I'm still gonna get my first touchdown though on 1st and goal, hitting Jaylen with an eye on his slant for our first touchdown together. This is first receiving touchdown too, and my first passing touchdown. Like I said, we're playing Vanderbilt. This is a perfect team that I can go ahead and just blow out. But on 2nd and 10, I get too confident. Way too confident in my arm. I believed I'll be able to get it over that defender, but instead, threw a pick. I had to get down there and let a big hit on him, because throwing my first pick in college football, that ain't feel good. But what I gotta do is just make sure I don't make mistakes like that ever again. Because I did a lot of that in high school. And that's the reason why we didn't make it to the state championship. Defense got to stop again. So that pick almost didn't matter anymore. 3rd and 2, scrambling to the right side. And I see my guy all the way on the other side of the field, connecting with him, a dot for that big first down. It's just crazy how much talent we have at receiver. We got all these guys, and you cannot forget about Xavier Legette. Now to go ahead and extend this lead on 1st and goal, run this ball right in with the running back for the easy touchdown. Something that never really came to me until just now is the fact that most of our wide receivers, except for Jaylen with an eye, they're all seniors. So after this year, I ain't gonna have him no more. All I mean is for me to make sure that I ball out this season. I mean, ball out as hard as I possibly can, because this could possibly be my best receiving core I'm probably gonna get my whole career on this team. We done had a very good drive at 2nd and 6. And here comes me turning the ball over again, trying to scramble, trying to pick up my first rushing touchdown. And when I thought I crossed that white line, that ball fell right out of my hands and they picked the ball up. But thanks to the defense getting a stop once again, I got a chance to go ahead and make this a 21-point lead. Jaylen getting that catch, picking up the first down. The way this O-line been blocking for me in this game has just been amazing. I'm able to sit back here, just completely unpressured and deliver a dot for a tug. Dropping back, I see the guy to the inside kind of coming out, so I'm walking around to the left side and delivering this dot to Jaylen with an eye for another first down. He trying to fight, but he can't. Gets to about the 50. I mean, that since high school, I done developed my arm talent to be like this. Delivering this dot to Antoine Wells in between all the defenders, like, yeah, I done got good. I done got a lot better. By my physicality on 1st and goal, just throwing off a defender, throwing off another one and fighting for that touchdown. Come on, man. Getting my first rushing touchdown in my career. And at this point, this game is over. I balled out. Here in my first game, it's 35-0, and on 2nd and 1, I almost ended up throwing another pick. And at this point, it's time to get out this game before I do something dumb. And in my first game, my promise to this team to not lose a game for the rest of the season, it stands firm. And I plan to keep this promise for the rest of the season. No losses, can't do that. And in my first game, I won player of the game, getting 460 yards, almost 100 rushing with 5 total tugs. Just giving the fans what they came for and the first win of the season. I'm just gonna say every single game, my wide receivers, them boys gonna eat. There's something I really started to realize with our play calling. It just seems like coach doesn't like to run the ball at all. He wants me to become like a Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen type of quarterback, a guy that's gonna sling that rock. Though in high school, I was more of an option quarterback, scrambling a lot. I guess the college recruits saw how good my arm really was and how I didn't really use it that often in high school. But man, I'm guessing that coach really has a lot of trust in my arm. But I'm a little bit more comfortable doing both running and passing. But then the more I think about it, coach is really preparing me for the NFL. Making me have to decide, making me have to read the defense and decide if I can scramble or if I got to deliver a dot. So far, his plan is working out. We have another successful drive and I get that thing to Antoine Wells for the tug. UCF failed to score a great defense by our defense. Now it's 2nd and 10. I'm waiting for that boy to get across the field, getting it to him. He's picking up that first down. On 1st and 10, I ended up making a big mistake. I saw that the O-line immediately let them boys get free, so I ran backwards. I should have just stepped up and took the sack. And because of that, now we're in a very bad position. It's 3rd and 24, and I just decided, why not? I'm gonna give my boy Jaylen with a chance, just throwing it up, but I ain't even get it over the defender. He couldn't get his hands on the ball. But lucky for us, right now, our defense is locked in. 3rd and 4, throwing this ball over the middle of the field to Jaylen with a dot for the tug. It's 21-7 right now, and if UCF don't lock in and start scoring some points, this game is going to get very ugly very fast. I mean, especially if our offense is moving like this. I mean, I'm just taking deep shots down the field, and they're just wide open. This has probably been the easiest drive to get down the field on 1st and 10. Tried to get it into the seam, but that safety made an amazing diving swat. They finally started playing some pretty good defense. It's 3rd and 10, and Jaylen got open towards the sideline, throwing that ball, touchdown, extending the lead. The second half now, UCF scored a touchdown before half and got a field goal after. And now they got some momentum on 1st and 10. I give them a little bit more. Throwing a dumb pass up while taking a hit, and they catch a pick. And at this point, when the game felt like it might have been over, the momentum shift just happened. But they didn't score. Defense caught a pick 6. Got another stop, just for on 1st and 10, me to throw the ball down the field again and throw another pick. Like, what in the world am I doing? I need to stop before I end up on the bench again. Now clearly, as I said, there's a lot of big problems with my game. I got the talent, I got the speed, I got the arm power to make the plays I need to make. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the small things. Sometimes I have trouble reading defenses, and that's why I throw dumb picks. Sometimes also I just believe too much in my arm, so I just throw it up. But eventually, sometime throughout this season, I'm going to find it out, and then the problems that I'm having now, I'm not going to have them then. But it's just the fact that even with these problems, we're still winning these games. A lot of thanks to our defense. But thanks to me being very indecisive in the pocket, and I'm getting hit on 3rd and 19. Taking a big hit like that, and then finding myself on the ground hurt. And it seems that when I fell, I ended up falling on my throwing shoulder. But luckily, it was just a minor injury. But even with an injury this minor, I still decided to sit out for the rest of the game. No reason to risk something worse happening when the game's already over. But still, I did ball out, 360 and 70 yards on the run. And it seems I already got my number 1 and 2 receiver, Jaylen with an eye and Juice Wells. We're 2-2 now, playing against 2-2 Kentucky. And already, they've been playing some pretty good defense. Got to 3rd and 12, but they left my running back wide open. Got him the ball, he picked up that first down. 1st and 10, I'm scrambling out to the right side, waiting for Jaylen with an eye to get here. I got him that ball, picking up that first down, 24-yard reception. Stopped a couple times, it's 3rd and 3, but I'm finding Jaylen on the slant, wide open, getting another first down. They got us to 3rd down again, and I tried to throw this ball up on the goal line fade, but I think I threw it too early. The chemistry just wasn't there with me and Juice. We ended up having to settle for 3 points last drive, but we got the stop on Kentucky. And on this play, I ended up having to escape from every single player on that D-line, picking up a huge gain, being a little smart, gaining 28 yards and getting out of bounds. We're running a play action here on 1st and 10. And I decided to scramble out to the left side because that defender was almost going to get me. And I was going to throw the ball, but instead, why not just do it with my own legs and almost get that touchdown, but fall short 1 yard. This play was definitely not smart of me to do on 3rd and goal, just trying to force it in the slant. He almost caught the ball, but that could have been picked off still. After settling for yet another field goal, we get another stop. And on 2nd and 10, hitting Xavier Legette for the first down, and he gets the tug. Kentucky is having a very, very tough time trying to get down the field and score points, but me, I'm not. And I'm just going to keep on taking this opportunity to extend this lead as long as they're not scoring. 1st and 10, running the play action, finding Juice Wells on the other side on the corner route, throwing that dot to the sideline, toe tap, first down. Getting all the way to the red zone now. 1st and goal, running the play action, and I'm hitting that boy AB on that drag route. He's scoring the tug. Them boys finally put some points on the board, and we actually end up missing our field goal. Here on 2nd and 10, we got less than a minute left in this first half to try to put up some more points. I'm scrambling, picking up a huge gain, and I probably should have slid down, but I took the tackle. 1st and 10, and I realized that boy Jaylen with an eye got one person on him. He burned him over the top, throwing his dot tug. Our thing right now, and I mean at this point, I'm just getting too confident again. This always happens. Throwing this ball into double coverage, and luckily it wasn't picked off, but I need to stop doing things like that. Picking up a couple yards, it's now 3rd and 2. Still surveying the field a little bit. I had a receiver open on the drag route, but I didn't see him at the time. Threw the ball out of bounds, wasted drive. Defense gets another stop. It's 1st and 10, and I find my tight end wide open. Down the field, down the middle of the field, a big play for Trey Knox to the red zone. And on 3rd and 1, we just need 1 yard to pick up this first down. And our running back wasn't able to do that. 4th and inches. And we did end up scoring points that drive, getting a field goal. But this game is not over with yet, as this game right now is only a 15-point game. We got the rest of the 3rd and the whole 4th quarter of football. We on their side of the field now. On 2nd and 12, I can't really find nobody to throw the ball to. I'm rolling out to the right side, and immediately that guy in the flats came down to me and ended up getting a sack on me. And it's just crazy. Just through these games, I'm seeing the difference, the huge difference between here and high school. In high school, I would have been able to escape that pocket easily, but here in college, everybody is fast, so I couldn't do it. But Kentucky's offense is just very, very, very mid. We got the ball back here in the red zone on 1st and 10, and I'm rushing, picking up the touchdown. This game's just about over. A pretty efficient game for me, 25 for 39, throwing 382 yards and 90 rushing yards with 4 total tugs. Like I said, this duel between me and Jaylen with an eye, we just putting on a show. 11 catches, 170 yards, and a touchdown. We play against our first ranked opponent. Well, my first ranked opponent, and it's ranked number 17, Arkansas. A team that hasn't lost a game yet. They're 6-0. But I ain't gonna let no rank discourage me. Because with the receivers I got, there's no way I fail. Starting off this game, throwing a dot to the back of the end zone to Juice. At the defense, them boys is locked in too. 1st and 10, scrambling to the left side, aligning with this receiver and throwing this dot across the field to my boy Trey Knox. First down. As we got up the field, it's 1st and 10, and they sent a blitz at me, a mean one at that. Got sacked for 8 yards. We're out here in the rain, and even though it's raining, coach still wants me to just put that ball in the air because that's how much he trusts me, and it's working. As Jaylen with an eye, fought for that first down and got it. And then we in and off this drive on 1st and 10, and I'm getting that thing to AB. Killed that DB on that post route. Touchdown. We're just putting on a show right now at Arkansas, making their home fans realize that we are just better than them. That boy Juice Wells was wide open down the field, and there go another tug. But now Arkansas's offense is actually starting to score. It's really a game now, 21-14, and we cannot lay our foot off their necks. Because as soon as we start to get a little too comfortable, that's when their offense is going to keep on scoring and they're finally going to get a stop on defense, and that cannot happen. Here on 2nd and 10, tried to run the play action, but they had a blitz coming out from the outside. Luckily, I got that ball out before they got the sack on me. But Arkansas played their best defense they've been playing all game. Here on 3rd and 10, I make a big mistake, trying to get that ball down the field into the end zone. But that safety ended up playing it, baited me up, and I throw my first pick of this game. Wasn't a good decision. Could have threw the ball out of bounds and settled for a field goal, but I got too aggressive wanting the tug. But it seems that pick didn't switch any momentum because our defense is still locked in, still getting stops on Arkansas, and I'm picking up this first down with my legs. And this time, I can't be dumb. I can't make bad decisions. I got to get down the field and put some points on the board. 1st and 10, finding Juice Wells on the first down. Yeah, remember what I said about not throwing a pick? Well, I lied. On 1st and 10, double coverage, still threw that ball down the field, still had that confidence in my arm and in my receiver to get that, and it's picked off again for the 2nd time in this first half. But then again, another stop by this defense. I don't know what's going on with Arkansas's offense right now, but I'll take it. I done made a couple mistakes in this game, but all that doesn't matter because we still up 21-14. And if me trying to just throw the ball down the field hasn't been working, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my legs, pick up the first down myself on 2nd and 8 and getting even more yards. And then on 1st and goal, I'm finally putting some more points on the board, finding Jaylen with an eye on the end route for the tug. There we go. It's really crazy. As soon as I score, Arkansas decides to score. But on 1st and 10, I'm throwing this ball down the field. A huge play from Jaylen with an eye, and we finna get some more points before this half ends. They've been playing some pretty good defense here down the field, but on 3rd and 12, they forget to put a QB spy out there. I'm using my legs to pick up this first down and getting out of bounds. And then on 2nd and 9, with 16 seconds left in the first half, running verticals, finding Xavier Legette in the seams for the touchdown, extending that lead. Now we're in the 2nd half, still up 35-21, and I almost gave them the ball on 2nd and 10. Luckily, he dropped that pick. We tried to run some verticals on 3rd and 10, but Arkansas sent a blitz at me, a mean one at that. One of the defenders ended up getting right through the O-line and getting to me right before I could even throw the ball. But then again, Arkansas's offense is just very mid right now. 3rd and 3, finding the guy in the seams wide open, Trey Knox for the first down. 2nd and 10, I end up having to run out to the right side and then finding Nick open on the sideline for the first. I just know that coach at this point is very annoyed at seeing me do dumb things like this. It's 3rd and 6 and I decide not to go out of bounds. I tried to take the hit, tried to truck him actually, got tackled and lost the ball. I really need to tighten up before he put Spencer back in the game. It's just the crazy thing is the defense is still just locking up. And even though I make dumb plays sometimes, I make crazy ones at the same time. Getting this crazy 41-yard pass to Jaylen with an eye. Now we're back in the red zone on 1st and 10, and I ended up waiting for too long. The DT got through and got that sack. It's 2nd and 18, and at this point, I'm just gonna go ahead, use my legs, running out to the left side, and if I see somebody open, I throw it. I did. Finding Jaylen with an eye open on the comeback route. Before this play on 3rd and 4, I told my teammates, just go ahead, run up the field and block for me because I'm not passing it. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this touchdown using my legs, and I do just that. Great blocking, and we in the end zone. These stat lines I've been putting up are just crazy. I mean, I did have a couple turnovers, but like, look at the stat line though. But not only mine, look at Jaylen with an eye and Juice Wells stat lines. Amazing. After knocking off one ranked team, we got another ranked team to knock off real quick. Number 21, Tennessee. Now, I'll be honest, in this first drive, I was really struggling. I couldn't really find nobody open, and that D-line was getting to me pretty fast. But we got ball first, they scored first. 2nd and 10, trying to get this thing to Juice on the sideline, throwing that ball down the field. He made a nasty toe drag catch to get this 29-yard reception. 1st and 10, dropping back, and I'm just looking at Jaylen with eye the entire time. He got two people over there, but I still believe he's gonna be able to make the play, and he did. And then on 1st and goal, we ran a read option. I kept the ball and got in there for the touchdown, tying the game up, if we make the PAT, of course. And now we find ourselves back at the goal line. Great defense. They put us right back in the scoring position. And after waiting for a while, I realized I could just run in there and get the touchdown. I do just that. 2 rushing touchdowns. Defense is really doing that thing right now. 2nd and 4, and I almost get the ball back to Tennessee, but luckily he could not catch that ball. Now it's 3rd and 4. I'm dropping back a little deep. And I see some blitzers coming in from the left side, so I decide to scramble out to the right, and I find Jaylen with an eye who makes this nasty one-hand grab for the first down. Man, I just love this receiving core. They just always find a way to get open. Xavier Legette this time, open, getting the ball, toe drag to the sideline. And on 2nd and 2, Tennessee sent a little blitz at me, and while taking a hit, delivered this dot for a touchdown to Trey Knox. And man, I don't know what's going on. Our defense done did Arkansas dirty, and now they doing Tennessee dirty. 2 ranked teams. I'm finding Jaylen with an eye open on the slant, and after he made one defender miss, it was off to the races. Touchdown. Man, at this point, it's just getting ridiculous. We came to Tennessee at they crib, and they fans right now are quiet. I guess they weren't thinking much of the unranked South Carolina team, but the energy we bringing is different. I mean, we are just destroying this Tennessee team right now. 3rd and 2, we're just waiting for somebody to get open, and that boy Juice ends up getting open on the slant, picking up the big first down, 26 yards. And then on 2nd and goal, staring down Jaylen with an eye, he gets open on the slant, easy tud. It's just embarrassing what we're doing to Tennessee right now. I mean, they can't score on our defense, they can't stop our offense, they're at home right now, and doing this, that's tough. We're up 35-7. I'm trying to make this lead even more. It's 3rd and 11. I'm trying to just throw this ball down, just hoping that my receiver will be able to go up there and get that. Jaylen what I wasn't able to. I overthrew him. Now it's the second half. They finally done got some more points on the board, but it's 38-16, and they ain't looking good for them at all. Xavier Legette making a great catch in between 2 defenders. 2nd and goal, to continue the bleeding, that boy Juice Wells gets wide open, burning that DB for a touchdown. At this point, the 3rd quarter is coming to an end. It's 45-16, and I decided to do something very stupid. Just throwing the ball down the field while taking a hit, and I threw a pick. Guess it's time to go ahead and get out this game. There's no point of doing dumb things like this. This game's over. Came to Tennessee and just put on a whole show for these boys. My receiver 1, receiver 2, they're just unguardable. It's just crazy the season I'm having right now. Didn't get to play the first 2 games, but I'm still leading the NCAA in passing yards. And the stats I'm putting up are just crazy. In rushing, I got 373, which to me is kind of surprising because I thought I was going to be more of a rushing quarterback, but it seems I'm more of a gunslinger. And just look at the stats that my receiving core is putting up right now. Like Jaylen with an eye, Juice Wells, Xavier Legette, Trey Knox, everybody's hooping. And not only am I leading the NCAA in passing yards, my boy Jaylen with an eye is leading the NCAA in receiving yards. So like I said, this duo right here, something nasty. We just got to keep this dominance going throughout the second half of the season. This week, we're taking on 6-1 Missouri. They're not ranked, but they're still 6-1. It's a team that we got to make sure that we beat because they could definitely mess around and beat us. It's 2nd and 10. And while I'm reading this defense, I realize that safety's not going to be able to pick up on them seams. I'm just throwing it up over the top of that boy's head, and it's a tug. Man, it's just crazy how much love I've been getting ever since I started on this team and started getting us some wins. Because I could definitely feel the disappointment in them every time that we came back and we didn't win during those first 2 weeks when we were 0-2. And that's why I'm going to make sure that we don't lose a single game as I'm the quarterback this season. While I'm on the field, I'm going to play my heart out. Make sure that every single play, I'm giving it all I got. We are dominating Missouri right now. Our defense is locked in offensively. We're getting down the field with ease, and I just had enough time. Amazing O-line blocking for that boy Juice to get open at the end of the play and pick up this big touchdown. Come on, man, let's go. Defense gets another stop. It's the beginning of the 2nd quarter. We're up 21-3, and we ain't showing no signs of slowing down. On 2nd and 3, they had some pretty decent coverage. The O-line ended up allowing a little bit on the inside to come out, but I escaped with my speed going to the left side and threw that ball, twisted my body, getting it to that boy Wells. And man, that boy Juice Wells has just been that guy this game so far, getting wide open once again, picking up another big game. And this time, on 1st and 10, we're running the verticals, and I'm going to go ahead and just scramble out to the right side as everybody's down the field. And I'm going to end up being out of bounds around the 2-3 yard line. Now on 1st and goal, we're extending this lead, running the read option. I'm getting in there fighting for this tug. Come on. They done finally put some points on the board. It's the half of the 2nd quarter, and we are not done pushing this ball down the field. They got us to 3rd and 5. This might be the first time that they'll be able to really stop us. But that boy Juice is open once again, picking up another big gain after breaking that tackle. And if he just had some more speed, he could have scored a tud. Missouri did start playing a little bit of good defense here in the red zone, but on 3rd and 11, I'm going to go ahead and use my legs. And then just a DB over here, I'm just going to throw him to the side and get into that end zone tud. After we scored, Missouri scored again. It looked like they're finally starting to find something on offense, but it's a little bit way too late because we are still rolling. We were easily able to get down the field, once again, getting into the red zone. 1st and 10, I'm going to go ahead and use my legs right when they don't expect it. Trying to get into that touchdown, but I get tackled just 1 yard short. And then on 1st and goal, read option, touchdown. This game's over. We just came to Missouri and just absolutely obliterated them boys. And that boy Wells, 216 yards and 2 tuds, he went crazy. It's crazy. When the season first started, I wasn't in nobody's top quarterback list of anything at all. But the way I've been balling, the stats I've been putting up, the performances I've been having, like, it's just been so amazing that some people even call me the best quarterback in NCAA already. But something I'm trying to do, and something I've been trying to do since high school, is just trying to stay humble as much as I can be. Because no matter what type of stats I'm putting up, no matter how many games we win, I got to make sure I stay grounded. Because anything can happen in an instant. But along with the love I've been getting on social media, the love I've been getting from the South Carolina fans has just been crazy. I mean, especially now that I got us ranked, we're ranked number 25 now. We started off unranked, and since me and Jaylen with an eyes goal on this team and try to get us a national championship, we on the right track. And speaking of being on the right track, it's a great thing that our whole receiving corps basically is seniors. And because of that, Jaylen with an eye got a lot of mentors at wide receiver. I say that because in high school, he was a guy who really was just on the game. He really wasn't doing his work. He would just try to cheat off other people's papers. And you know, in high school, it's easy to pass. You got to kind of try to fail high school. And so he got through high school, but kind of barely. But now that we're in college, he cannot be doing what he was doing in high school. Because me, in high school, I was a pretty good student, A's and B's. You know, didn't really take it too serious. But here in college, I'm taking it serious because I know how I can get. But Jaylen with an eye being Jaylen with an eye, I'm just glad that the wide receivers are all seniors. They could take him down the right path, and I'm going to be there with him. Because I'd be pissed, honestly, if he ended up having to miss a couple games due to his GPA being too low. But luckily, we're actually dorm mates, so I can make sure that he's doing his work, getting his work in on time, because we ain't having none of that. But right now, playing against Mississippi State, who's 3-4, we're actually having a pretty tough game right now. I mean, especially compared to the last game. I mean, we was getting down the field scoring easily. We only got 14 points so far in the first half. And luckily, coach decided to trust me. With the time coming down, he wants us to score points, score a touchdown instead of getting a field goal. And I'm going to do just that, using my legs and getting into the end zone. Tug. They end up getting the ball first starting off the second half, but they did not score. So now we get the ball and we finna try to extend this lead. Getting that thing to Jaylen with an eye, and he is breaking a big game, 52 yards. Now in the red zone on 2nd and 2, I'm zipping that thing to the middle of that boy AB in between them defenders for a touchdown. That's a dot and a great catch. Another stop from our defense. 2nd and 1, scrambling out to the right side, just waiting to see what I can find. And I find my boy over the top Juice Wells for 38 yards. And then on 1st and 10 in the red zone again, I know Xavier Legette's gonna get open on his out route, just waiting for that dot to the sideline tug. It's the third quarter and Mississippi State just doesn't look like they're scoring anymore. It's 35-7. I'm scrambling, picking up this first down, and I did a little bit too much. Probably should have slid down, and I'm losing the ball, getting them good positioning, but it's time to get out this game now before I do something dumb again. Another game, another crazy stat line. The wide receiver duo, Jaylen with an eye and Juice Wells, going crazy every single game. Defense did a great job of not allowing the Gators to get down the field and score a touchdown. Instead, they got to stop, but the Gators got us pushed all the way back up against our own end zone, and I'm using my legs to pick up this big 26-yard rush. I just love the effort that my O-line has just been putting in all season. Like, they've been blocking so well. I have so much time to sit in the pocket, wait for somebody to get open. It's too easy. What's really surprising me with the play calling that coach does is the fact that we pass the ball a lot. Like, we barely even use our running back for some reason. Okay, I don't know why I said some reason. Now, there's definitely a reason why we pass the ball every play. I mean, It's working. I'm throwing dives. Now that we got order down the field, we finally getting to use our running back, run that ball up the middle for the easy touchdown. Plays like this is really gonna make me miss this season, since next year, most of our wide receivers are gonna be gone, especially my boy Juice Wells making this nasty one-hand snag. If only he was fast enough to make this a touchdown, man. Big play though. Now in the red zone, on 1st and 10, I'm scrambling out to the right side, just waiting for Jaylen with an eye to get open across the middle. I find him, touchdown. 2-score lead now. There's something I didn't tell y'all. During the summer, I was actually working out with that boy Patrick Mahomes, and I could definitely see the difference in how I throw the ball from high school to now. I mean, look at the passes I'm making. 1st and 10, and my tight end, Trey Knox, ended up getting completely just wide open. Nobody in front of him at all. He picks up the 1st down. They started locking in a little bit though. Got us a 3rd and goal, but me, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my legs and get into the end zone after making the defender miss. Tug. The Gators done finally put some points on the board now, and it might be too late because the momentum we done built up is just gonna keep on building. They end up sacking me for 7 yards, but I still picked that thing back up, getting 28 yards on this rush. And on 1st and 10, trying to run out to the right side, I got 2 defenders about to sandwich me, and I just get that ball out just in time to my running back, who gets the 1st down. We're running the play action on 2nd and 9, nasty bit, and they had a blitz out there, and my boy AB was wide open, scoring that touchdown, extending that lead. The Gators got a field goal and then scored a touchdown, and that's the second half, and they got a little bit of momentum coming into it. Cause I mean, at this point, it's only an 11-point game, so they feel like they still got a chance in this game. But we're at home right now, and I'm not finna let them boys down at all. After taking that big sack, I'm picking all that stuff back up off this run. It's just the fact that a lot of teams be forgetting that just because I be throwing that rock, be slinging that thing like this, don't mean I wasn't a scrambler coming out of high school. And I mean, at this point, I'm just picking that defense apart. As soon as he moved away from that middle, got that thing to the seam for the 1st. And now in the red zone on 1st and 10, getting this ball to somebody who really hasn't got too many touches this season, Joshua Simon for the tug. Defense actually ended up getting another stop, putting us back in the scoring position. It's 3rd and 10, and I'm getting this 1st down, making it 1st and goal. Some good defense again by the Gators, but on 3rd and goal, they forget that I have legs. I find a gap in that O-line and decide to take that and get into the end zone, diving in. Man, I really gotta appreciate my wide receivers for just being open all the time. And this time we had 3 people over 100 yards, Wells with almost 200 too. And thanks to how cold my offense been this season, I'm ranked number 1 in the Heisman race. And I'm gonna make sure I win this thing too. I got to. And FCS East is the perfect team to go ahead and run up some stats too. So you know we gotta go crazy. Playing a team like this, there's no way I don't have a whole lot of time to just sit back in the pocket and deliver dives. We're in the red zone, and on 1st and 10, I'm gonna go ahead, use my legs, scramble a little bit, try to get this touchdown, but there's a lot of white jerseys around, couldn't get in there. Running read option on 2nd and 1, and they end up biting on the running back, and I'm getting into the end zone easily, touchdown. After defense got the stop, we're back here in the red zone in the 2nd quarter. Running speed option, if he did not pick up on that dude, I would have pitched it backwards, but easy touchdown. 28-0 now, here in the 1st half, about 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, and I just said why not, threw that ball in between 2 defenders and he still made that catch. On 2nd and 10, Xavier Legette ended up getting open on the corner route, got him the ball, and somehow he did not get a foot in. And so now it's 3rd and 10, but that's not to worry at all because they're not going to be able to guard this wide open tight end. Trey Knox doesn't get to get the touchdown, but it's 1st and goal. 2nd and goal, Jaylen with an eye running the slant, and I'm just zipping it right to him, right in between the coverage, touchdown. So yeah, man, blew out was supposed to happen. Surprisingly though, I did not have as good of a game as I did against, the other team. But this time, Xavier Legette, he was the one that had that game. We have now made it into the top 20 teams in the nation. But this week, we got 7-4 Clemson. They're unranked, but they're still Clemson. The mistakes that I normally make, like throwing the ball into coverage and getting lucky, I'm going to have to make sure I don't throw the ball into coverage too many times in this game because they will get picked off. I'm gonna have to read my situations a lot more carefully, and here on 2nd and 7, I do just that, scrambling out to the right side, not throwing the ball because I might not be able to get it to him, using my legs, scoring the tug. It seems like Clemson might be one of those teams that's just gonna put up a fight against us right now. 1st and 10, getting to the left side, scrambling, great blocking from my guys, picking up this big 1st. 2nd and 7, dropping back, walking a little bit to the left side. That dude finna hit me. He actually did, and I still was able to get that to Simon. And now on 1st and goal, run this ball right up the middle, scoring an easy touchdown, taking the lead. And this time, defense got the stop on Clemson that we needed. And now, this is when we take over. This is when we use that momentum and keep on going. They did start playing a little bit of good defense though. And right when they thought they had us on 3rd and 3, almost getting a sack, I launched that ball down the field to that boy Jaylen with an eye, picking up a big 34-yard gain. And Jaylen with an eye already breaking records. He now holds the new record for the most receiving yards in the season by a South Carolina wide receiver. Celebrated that for a little bit, but now we back in this game. We got to make sure we win this game so we can celebrate the game and him breaking that record after the game. We're up 21-17, and on 3rd and 6, that boy Jaylen with I killed that boy off the release, getting a huge gain off of just that slant. And then on 1st and 10, I decide to just hike the ball and immediately go ahead and scramble, running out to the right side, and I'm picking up this 1st down after throwing the defender to the side. They got us to 3rd down again, but what they forgot to do was put a QB spy out there, or at least a QB contain, because I'm going to use this as an advantage, pick up the 1st down easily. And now that we made it all the way here, 2nd and goal, run this ball up the middle, that boy gets in there for that tug, fighting for it. And then again, Clemson did not score a huge mistake, but on 1st and 10, they D-line got back there to me, getting a sack for 5 yards. But I'm finna get all them yards back and then some on this play on 2nd and 15. They had a blitz coming off that right side, and I just burned him to the left side, getting his 1st down. And this time, on 1st and 10, I'm gonna go ahead and step up in the pocket, deliver this dot to Xavier Legette over the middle of the field. We're almost in the red zone now on 1st and 10, and now the DT finally ended up getting to me, getting this sack. And after that sack, I could just tell that this D-line was starting to build up momentum, because they ended up getting me one more time. After those 2 sacks back to back, it is 3rd and 24, and this time I'm not sitting in that pocket, scrambling out to the outside and getting it to Xavier, but it's not enough yards to get any points. They end up scoring a touchdown before half, and now it's a game, 28-24 in the 3rd quarter. We gotta make sure they do not come back to win this game. And I'm gonna do everything I could possibly do to make sure that don't happen. Here on 1st and 10, we try to be a little extra, try to confuse them a little bit, running a fake receiver handoff, and actually worked. My boy Trey Knox gets wide open on the sideline for the 1st down. 1st and goal now, running a QB draw, and I'm getting into that end zone, diving in for it. But Clemson clearly is not trying to be out of this game. They got 3 points to keep it a 1-score game. But we already driving down the field right now. And now that we're in the red zone, it's 3rd and goal, we cannot make any bad mistakes. I gotta make sure that we at least get a field goal out of this drive. Scrambling, trying to get the touchdown myself, but I could not. They got the tackle on me, and we're kicking this field goal. Very crazy game. We're up 3 points right now. The 4th quarter just started. In the 2nd and 10, we're running the play action. I'm walking out to the left side, throwing it to Jaylen with an eye on the right side, and we picking up this 1st down. Kind of doing what we did last time, but instead to the other side, I'm getting to the right side and throwing it across my body to the left side to Trey Knox for the big 34-yard reception. But Clemson is fighting with all they got right now. Got us the 3rd down again, 3rd and 3. He gets back, I'm breaking a sack, but then more of them come in, getting a sack on me. We got to kick another field goal. But man, oh man, can we just go ahead and thank the defense real quick? Them boys really got the game winning stop, and now we're in victory formation. And man, what an end to the regular season. Ending off playing against Clemson and beating them in a very close game. And this time, my guy Trey Knox, he had a crazy game, 100 yards, and Jaylen with I went 176. But now, this is when I'm really going to be tested. Cause yeah, we had a great regular season, having the best record in the SEC East. And what that means now is that we gotta play against the best team in the SEC West for the conference championship. And that is Arkansas. We might be ranked above Arkansas right now, but we gotta play them as if they're the #1 ranked team in the nation. We got to make sure coming into this game that we coming in with the same energy, the same momentum that we had all season. And especially me, I got to make sure that I'm coming with my A game. Make sure that this game right here is better than all the games I played throughout the season. Make sure I don't make any mistakes, because one mistake could lose this whole game. Right now, at the end of the 1st quarter, we got the lead. We're up 10-7. And on 2nd and 3, I decided to use my legs, scramble out to the left side, and I'm going down sliding. I ain't trying to fumble. And on 2nd and 2, we're in a play action. You end up working. We got a wide open receiver running the drag route. That's my boy Juice picking up this 1st down and more. But while trying to go out of bounds, he ended up taking a big hit. And that hit ended up getting him hurt. And he might end up being out for the rest of the game. Hopefully, he's able to come back though. But whether he's on the field or not, I gotta make sure I'm delivering these dots to everybody on the field. Trey Knox getting wide open, picking up this first down, almost getting it to 1 yard short. And then on 2nd and goal, running a read option. He ended up staying on me and I hand that ball off and we scoring a touchdown, extending this lead. Come on, man. Great defense being played. Stopped Arkansas and now we're up 10 points and we got a chance to extend this lead even more. I found Trey Knox going across the field, picking up the big game. It's 1st and 10. We're running verticals and I realized Jaylen with an eye got one-on-one man coverage. Threw that ball down the field, got it to him, but he couldn't get 1 foot in. I might have overthrew it a little bit. But if I can't get the first down using my arm, I'm going to go ahead and get that off of the run on 2nd and 10. No QB spies around, and I'm picking up this first down easily. On 1st and 10, we're running a play action. Jaylen with the eyes running like an out route type of route. All the way up there near the end zone. I just waited for him to hit that cut, throwing it to him, and he's scoring that tud, extending the lead. And here go Jaylen with the eye breaking another record. The most receptions in a season by a wide receiver at South Carolina. Already as a freshman, he is making his mark on this team. After that touchdown, we started to struggle just a little bit. Arkansas made this a 1-score game once again, 24-17, but we got to get back on what we was before. We got about a minute left here in this first half to make sure that we put some more points on the board, whether that be 3 or a touchdown. I'm going to make sure that happens. I'm using my legs, trucking that defender, fighting for everything I can get, getting this first down. They did get us a 3rd down though. It's less than 30 seconds left in the first half and I'm gonna go ahead and use my legs. Pick up this first down and get out of bounds. But they end up getting us a 3rd down again. I tried to force this ball in, but it almost ended up getting picked off. Luckily, it didn't. We weren't able to make that field goal closing out the last half, but we can't let that linger at all. We just got coming to the second half and luckily we get the ball first, so we could extend the lead here. 1st and 10, dropping back, just waiting for Trey Knox. I see him over the middle, throwing that right over that linebacker's head, picking up this first down. Now, I don't know what type of defense Arkansas was running here, but it left Jaylen with an eye wide open for this easy touchdown. Come on. This is indeed a game though right now. Arkansas scored again, keeping it a 7-point game, but we are still making big plays. Just about in the red zone now. 2nd and 2, running a play action, scrambling out to the left side. And I'm gonna go ahead, pick up this first down, using my legs and sliding down before I get crushed. It's crazy how deep our wide receiver core is. Even though my guy Juice is out with an injury, this dude Eddie Lewis came off the bench and he's scoring his touchdown in this conference championship. Let's go. Now this time, Arkansas didn't score. Matter of fact, they threw a turnover. We're already in scoring range. Jaylen with an eye getting that first down. And then on 1st and goal, I tried to scramble out to the right side. Tried to probably get this touchdown myself, but they was all over me. Tried to get that to my boy Simon, but he got that ball knocked out. 2nd and goal, we ran a counter run and actually ended up working. Great block and getting to the outside, touchdown. Now they might have scored another touchdown, but this game is probably over with. It's 45-31, and on 2nd and 3, I'm gonna go ahead and just run the ball, pick up this first down myself. There's no point in putting the ball in the air and giving them any more chances. And me trying to add a little bit more salt to the wound. It's 3rd and goal. I'm running out to the right side, scrambling, trying to run in there, trying to score another touchdown to get us over 50 points, but I just barely didn't get in there. My foot fell out on the 1 yard line. But that didn't matter. We worked hard all season. We got all the way to the conference championship when nobody thought we would make it here. Starting off this season, since we had Georgia in our conference, that didn't matter at all. Cause yeah, we might have lost to them at the beginning of the season, but me, I ain't lose to them. And when we play them next season, I'm gonna show them what I'm about. Yeah, man, raising up this conference championship feels amazing. And in my time here at South Carolina, I want to raise one every year that I'm here. But not only that, I eventually want to bring that national championship here to South Carolina. And I would say I'm surprised the fact that I won the Heisman, but I'm not at all, because I put in the work to get this thing. And not only that, all these other awards too. Something that made me a little mad was the fact that my boy Jaylen with an eye or my boy Wells didn't win the Biletnikoff. I mean, at the stats from the guy who did win, Jaylen with an eye had better stats than him. I mean, it's clear as day. So, after my teammate getting hold out of his award that he clearly should have got, I had to take out our anger here against Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl. And me, I'm already starting off throwing a pick. And especially against Oklahoma, who's ranked number 10 in the nation right now, I can't be doing that against this team because we can mess around and lose. And even though this ain't the bowl game that we wanted, this is the best one that we can get. Since we are 11-2 because the first 2 games that we lost, This is going to be our last game being able to play with these senior wide receivers, and we got to make sure that it's a good one for them. Make sure that even though they're not going to get the national championship, they at least going to get this Sugar Bowl trophy. And on 1st and goal, we're on the speed option. I'm going to go ahead and take it myself and score this touchdown, our first of the game. They replied though with a touchdown of their own to go ahead and keep the lead. 1st and 10, I'm throwing the ball on the run, getting it to Trey Knox, who picks up that first down and gets a little bit more yards. Now luckily, Juice Wells, he's back for this game, for his last game in college. His last game, his injury that he had wasn't too bad, so he's able to play. 1st and 10, Trey Knox ran the corner route, getting open. I zipped that thing to him, getting that first down. He got hit, but he took that hit. 2nd and 5, dropping back, seeing Wells open on that wheel route to the outside, and he's going to tug. Defense did their thing, got the stop that we needed. Now we got to take advantage of this opportunity and go ahead and take the lead, but me waiting for too long, not being decisive, I take a sack. And in an attempt to try to pick them yards back up, on 3rd and 14, scrambling out to the right side because I see that blitz coming in, but they pushed me out of bounds. But then defense yet again got another stop. 1st and 10, and I'm immediately scrambling out to the right side. And this time, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this first down and more. They end up getting us 3rd and goal. I waited around just a little bit, but then I realized I could just use my legs. I do just that, scoring a tug. We scored that touchdown, took the lead. Defense got another stop, and now we can extend this lead, but I'm taking the sack. It's 3rd and 5 right now. Just gotta make sure I don't do nothing dumb. Don't throw no pick. Since I saw that there was no one to throw the ball to, I decided to scramble. There's a QB spider, but he didn't even matter. I right past him, tried to truck this last DB to score the tug, but he made a great tackle. And then on 2nd and goal, we run this ball up the middle, running back for the tug. 2-score lead now. And man, defense gets another stop, but Oklahoma's defense done locked in a little bit. It's 3rd and 9, and I'm using my legs running to the left side, but the guy in the flats came down to me. I tried to make this pass happen, but I couldn't. I almost threw a pick. I don't know what's going on. After we end up getting stopped last drive, they got the touchdown, and now they playing great defense once again, and I'm trying to force that in, and I end up throwing a pick, and now they're in good range to go ahead and score another touchdown. And they did, so that lead that we had is not gone because of me. It's a tie game, but we still can go ahead and get some more points before halftime. And it's looking like that's what's gonna happen, a big game. 1st and 10, and I find Xavier Leggett on the sideline picking up this first down. Bro, I apologize. I don't know what happened to my file, but half of that Sugar Bowl game ended up being corrupted. Luckily though, y'all can still see the score. We end up winning this game 59-56, a very high scoring game. And the stats to end off the season, like I went crazy. 5,000 yards, ridiculous. And me coming out of high school being a rushing type of quarterback, I had to get some rushing yards in. Look at the stats Jaylen with an eye put up and my boy Juice Wells. Like there's no way that one of them didn't win the Biletnikoff. It's just crazy to me, ridiculous. And because the game got corrupted, y'all didn't get to see that I broke the record for the most passing yards and the most passing touchdowns in the season for a South Carolina quarterback. But the fact that me and Jaylen with an eye are already in the South Carolina record books, yeah man, our time here will be crazy. But now that our freshman seasons are over, I'm really going to miss this receiver core. I mean, if you look at all this, all of the best receivers on this team, other than Jaylen with an eye, are seniors. So we finna have a whole new receiving core going into next season. So hopefully teams and players see how good we did this season and decide to come to our team, because we might need that. All right, man, we're coming off an amazing season. Well, when I starting on this team, we didn't lose a single game, and I ended up winning Heisman because of how good we were. And I mean, me and Jaylen with an eye, we was balling all season last year. Somehow he didn't win Biletnikoff, which was crazy. But I'm coming into this season knowing that it's probably gonna be a lot tougher than it was last year, because basically every single receiver that started other than Jaylen with an eye were all seniors, so they're all gone. Now with this new receiving core, I'm gonna have to prove that I can do what I did last year this year without all that talent I had last year. And this first practice right here is a very, very important practice. This is the practice where I get to determine who's going to be that receiver 2. We already have the one that's Jaylen with an eye, obviously. But this year, with obviously our receiver core being worse than it was last year, it's definitely going to be a little bit tougher for me to find an open person. And I already know I'm probably going to have to use my legs a lot more than I did last year. I'm pretty sure I ended up with around 800 yards rushing. I'm probably going to have way more than that this season. And somehow Jaylen with I didn't win Biletnikoff last year, but I'm telling y'all right now, he's going to win it this year. He's the number one, clear number one, and he's going to get the ball a lot. And I mean, the way he looked locked in coming into this practice, I already know he trying to get that. But throughout this practice, I started realizing this guy, Landon Sampson, he's pretty good. We end up having pretty decent chemistry throughout this practice. And I'll probably be looking for him to be the number 2 receiver on this team. I mean, he's a sophomore transfer coming out of a small school that I don't even remember. But I could definitely tell that he got some dog in him for sure. And I just hope that he's ready for every time I need to give him that ball. Because I can't have nobody just dropping the ball, especially when we need a big play. But all I know is, as a team, we got to make sure that we working as hard as we can. Because the defense, I'm pretty sure they'll probably be doing their thing. But for this offense, basically everybody on this team is new starting or just new to the team in general. And the only 2 people that's been here since last year is me and Jaylen with an I. So it might be a little tough starting off, maybe the first couple games, but eventually we're going to get right and we're going to get rolling. And especially after the season we had last year, we're getting respect in the preseason polls. We're ranked number 9 right now. And this means that me and Jaylen with I's goal of trying to get South Carolina their first national championship is a lot closer than we think. And this season, I think we could do it. We just gotta lock in. Now, even though basically the whole offense is completely new coming into this new season, me and Jaylen with I, we've been working very hard on especially our chemistry, but also just getting way better as our individual players. Because crazy enough, last year was actually our first year ever playing with each other. If you remember, we met each other on the game, so we really hadn't had any prior experience of chemistry playing with each other before. But now that we got a whole season under our belt playing together, and we also got the practices and everything, we're definitely looking forward to causing a lot of damage this season. And last year, I really feel like he was cheated out of his Bolitnikoff. And this year, I'm going to make sure he gets that. Because there's no doubt in my mind that he is the best receiver in college football, like without a doubt. So I'm looking forward to getting him the ball a lot more often than I did last season. And another thing I'm looking forward to do a lot more this year is running the ball, taking off, scrambling, picking up a lot of yards with my legs. Just with the fact that my receiving core obviously isn't as talented as we were last year. So they're probably not going to get open every play like they were last year. I'm going to have to actually read the defenses a lot more than I did last year because I'm not going to be able to get carried by my guys. But all that means is I'm going to have to make the best out of what I have and try not to do dumb things like this almost on my first pick of the season. Playing against East Carolina right now, and I can already tell none of these cornerbacks can stay with my boy Jaylen with an I. Throwing that ball down the field, and he's going to go ahead and score. He is way too fast for all of them. It's still the first quarter, and somehow defense ended up getting a stop, getting us the ball right back. Time is out in the first quarter, but I'm trying to make the most out of this quarter as I can, scrambling, picking up this first down. It's 3rd and 1 now here in the red zone. I'm immediately going to go ahead and take off to the right side. Ain't nobody catching me. That boy over there tripped over and I'm getting in there for the tug. Just completely dominating this game so far. Just like how we should be. I'm hitting my guy wide open in the seams. Omega Blake trying to score the touchdown, but he cannot get there. 1st and goal now. We run the QB wrap. And I'm going to go ahead and keep this myself and go ahead and pick up the easy touchdown. Now, so far throughout this game right here, I've been realizing, yeah, my receivers, they've been getting open quite easily, actually. Every single play, somebody's going to be open. But what I got to realize is it's not going to be like this every game. But for this first game of the season, I'm going to have as much fun as I can, build as much chemistry as I can, because the second game, it's going to be crazy. We're up 30-7, but before I go ahead and get off this field, I'm going to throw this deep bomb down the field to Jaylen with an I. Ain't nobody catching him. That's another touchdown. Came out, guns blazing in the first game of the season. Jaylen with an I, 8 catches, 245 yards, 3 touchdowns. Bro, just unguardable. But I'm going to need him to be that again in this second game. As this week, we take on number 2 Georgia as we moved up to number 5 in the nation. If you remember what happened last year, just know I was on the bench just watching the game happen as we got killed by Georgia. And I said that when I get on this field and I play them, I ain't finna lose to them. So that's something I'm definitely going to have to back up in this game. Now, in my first drive, they was playing amazing defense, locking us up. But I saw my boy Sampson, our receiver 2, over the top, just burnt that DB, and he got in there for the first touch of the game. See, these are just the type of plays I'm going to need from everybody else, because Jaylen with an I ain't going to be able to do all the receiving by himself. Come on. Defense came through, got that stop after we scored a touchdown. On 1st and 10, I'm waiting for Jaylen with an I to get across. Got him picking up that first down. 2nd and 7, I'm immediately going to go ahead, escape to the right side, and pick up this first down. Getting the block is great, blocking for my receivers, throwing that boy to the ground and getting out of bounds. And on 1st and goal, I had these same exact ideas I did last time. Running out to the right side and getting this tug. 2-score game. Something that we really didn't do at all almost last season was run the ball with our running back actually. But this year, we'll probably end up running the ball a little bit more since our receiving core isn't as good as it was last year. After picking up a pretty good run a while ago, we tried to do a play action, fake them out, but instead we had two blockers that could have picked up that guy that ended up sacking me. Nobody touched him. Crazy. Now, because of that, it's 3rd and 17, and I'm trying to pick up all these yards back, but I don't see anybody open. Trying to run out to the right side, amazing edge protection, I get sacked again. Luckily though, they end up getting stopped again. It might be the rain. Maybe their quarterback don't know how to throw the ball in the rain, but me, I'm used to it. Delivering this dot to the corner route, but he dropped the ball. Guess he's not used to catching in the rain. But despite that, we still made our way down the field, getting into the red zone, and I'm waiting too long. Almost got sacked, ended up breaking that sack, running out to the right side. And another one of the new guys, Ken Austin, running with me, and he's scoring the tud. I ain't gonna lie, coming into this game, I expected Georgia to be a lot better than they are right now. I mean, we're up 21-3 in the second quarter with about 4 minutes left, but there's still 4 minutes left in the first half and the whole second half for them to come back. For me, I'm not looking forward to them coming back at all. 1st and 10, hitting my tight end, Nick, not gonna say his last name, and he fights for that touchdown, getting in there, extending the lead. So far, through that whole first half of football, we've been doing great. Defense been locked in. The offense, we've been locked in too. And the way the O-line been blocking for me, I've been having a good amount of time to wait for my receivers to get open. But then, right when I start talking good about blocking, on this play action, someone ended up going untouched, hit me behind the line, and I fumbled. They picked that ball up. Luckily for me though, after fumbling the ball, defense gave me another chance to try to extend this lead. But me being dumb, on the 1st and 10, running out to the left side, and I threw one of the dumbest passes I've ever threw in my life. And it's picked off, and they're already in good position. And now, because of me, it's 28-17. They're only 2 scores away, and on 1st and 10, once again, throwing another interception. This is just bad business. What am I doing? Well, like I said in the second quarter, it's a lot of football left. Because of me, they done came all the way back, and now they're in this game. It's only a 4-point game now, and I got to make sure that we don't lose this game, because if we do, I'm never going to hear the end of it. Especially at the last season, when I finally was able to start, I told my team that I'm not going to lose the big games like playing Georgia. So I'm going to have to do everything in my power to make sure that we win this game like we should have anyway. And so scrambling, trying to pick up this touchdown, but he just barely gets there and gets me out of bounds. 1st and goal, running the speed option. I'm going to go ahead, take it myself, getting into the end zone, extending the lead. At this point in the game, their offense is now started to find out what they're doing, and they end up scoring last drive. And now I got to make sure I do not allow them to take the lead. So on 3rd and 5, I'm going to use my legs and picking up this big game. On 2nd and 5, doing the same thing. Running out to the left side almost immediately, running this edge rusher, picking up the 1st down and getting even more, getting all the way to 1st and goal. Now getting to the goal line, it's been hard. They've been playing amazing defense here in the red zone on 3rd and goal. I thought I'd be able to go ahead, pick up this touchdown myself, but amazing tackle. We might have to settle for 3 here. It's just crazy how much my team is saving me. Special teams faked the field goal and scored the touchdown. Georgia did too, but we're up 3 points. With about 2 minutes left, I got to make sure we do not lose this ball. Well, we had a pretty decent drive. Up until here, we're getting into the red zone. And on 3rd and 7, I can't really find nobody open. Running out to the right side, and this guy in the flats came down to me. I had to run backwards and throw the ball out of bounds. Unfortunately, we got to go for the field goal. And after getting that field goal, Georgia done made their way down the field. There's about less than 30 seconds left. They got no timeouts, and their quarterback almost ended up getting the game-winning touchdown, but luckily he overthrew it. Now, on 4th and 10, this game could be over right now. They ran a screenplay, just throwing the defense off and ended up picking up this 1st down somehow. But lucky for us, they didn't have any timeouts. On 3rd and 10, completed pass to the running back, but he wasn't able to go nowhere. Got tackled, and that time just kept going down, and we win this game. So the promise that I held about beating Georgia last season, you know what I'm saying, I kept it. Now, obviously, I did sell a good amount. I mean, I was the reason why they came back like that anyway. But luckily, I got a great defense and great special teams, and overall, just a great team around me. And I mean, other than the dumb plays I had, still ended up getting player of the game, an amazing game. But man, Georgia, they had came with a game plan. They was trying to stop Jaylen Waddle from getting the ball. I mean, he was 3rd in our team for receiving yards. That's how locked in they was on him. But I know he's for sure gonna have a pretty good bounce back game here against Rice. They're unranked, so it shouldn't be as tough as a game as Georgia was. But man, winning a game like that, getting us all the way to number 2 in the nation now, it just seems so crazy to say, cause like after the whole receiver core ended up going into the NFL draft, the media thought coming into the season, since our team was basically completely different, our receivers were a lot worse, our whole talent just overall was just worse. They thought we'll be bad. But after beating number 2 Georgia, like that right there is just crazy in itself. And I feel like this season, especially for me, is a prove it season. Cause I'm gonna have to prove that I can be that guy that I was last year, but without all that talent I had at wide receiver. And I know that for sure, I'm still that guy. Ain't nothing stopping me. But now that we are number 2 ranked in the nation right now, we just gotta make sure that we stay on this track and just stay locked in to the fullest this entire season. Cause this could be the year where we can have a chance at getting to that national championship. And on the way, we're gonna play some tough teams like playing Georgia, and we beat them. And after beating them, there's no team that we should lose to. Like the team we're currently playing right now, Rice. I mean, this is just a team that we got to dominate against. And so far, that's exactly what we're doing. We're up 14-0. They end up locking us up a little bit, got to 39, but they forgot I got legs and I'm going to use them things. They made our way all the way up to the goal line first and go run that thing up the middle. Touchdown, 3-score lead now. We are already up 4 scores right now. Rice just can't get nothing moving. We ain't showing no signs of slowing down, throwing this deep bomb down the field to Jaylen with an eye. Amazing pass and amazing catch for 49 yards. Then on 2nd and goal, running the ball up the middle to go ahead, make this a 5-score lead before halftime. Like, it's tough. They came to our crib and we completely dominated. Did exactly what we needed to do. Like I said, that boy Jaylen with an eye, he's going to have his bounce back game, and he did. 215 yards and a touchdown. And now, in this game against Vanderbilt, surprisingly, they ended up picking up a couple sacks, getting us to 3rd and 16, but I'm picking all them yards back up, getting this first down. Now look, the way I see Jaylen with the eye, I just feel like anytime I pass him the ball, he'll be able to get his hands on it. But this time, I might have put too much trust in my arm and in him and threw a pick. And so with that pick and the opportunity that they got, they end up taking the lead. But we finna go ahead and tie this thing back up, throwing this ball down the field to Jaylen with the eye, breaking the tackle, getting into the end zone. Now, Vanderbilt, once they chance at beating us, they're going to have to take every opportunity that they got to keep the lead and keep on scoring after that. Because if they don't, yeah, we're going to take this game by storm and blow them out. Started the 2nd quarter. They got us a 3rd down, and we ran a screenplay. And I ain't throw it because they was all over it. Instead, I decided to run, and I got some pretty good blocking right at the 1st down line to help me pick it up. But now that we're in the red zone, this Vanderbilt defense has really been locking in. They not letting us get this 1st down. I'm trying to zip this thing to the seams, but I almost end up throwing another pick. After we got that 3, they end up getting 3-2. And something I'm realizing, this Vanderbilt defense really came to play. I mean, them DBs, they're playing pretty good defense. I can't find nobody to throw the ball to, so I decided to go ahead and pick up this 1st down on my own. Into about halfway of the field on 1st and 10, scrambling out to the right side, hitting my running back wide open, picking up this big 1st down and getting tackled. In the red zone, once again, they're playing some pretty good defense on us right now. And on 3rd and 8, I decided to go ahead and scramble myself. I could have gave it to my running back maybe, but I decided to go ahead and scramble when I could not pick up the 1st down. Just inches short. This time though, they didn't end up getting any points. We got a minute left to try to get some points. And on 1st and 10, I decided to give them the ball back and give them another chance to try to, tie the game up or take the lead. I don't know what's got into me. I don't know why I'm making these dumb reads, throwing these dumb passes, but on 1st and 10, I'm going to make up for it. Throwing this deep down the field to Jaylen with an eye. That boy is just way too fast. He's getting to the end zone, taking the lead before the 2nd half. They end up getting the ball at half, scoring a touchdown. We're down 4 points, and on 1st and 10, that boy came off that edge and got me for a -9-yard sack. Somehow, I got to pick up this 1st down, and I do. My boy Nick hit that boy with the nasty route, got the 1st down, broke a tackle, but then got laid out. Jaylen with an eye, he's in the slide, and I'm hitting him in the seams, a little bit to the outside so he can catch that ball, break a tackle, and then finally get taken down. Getting to 1st and goal, run this ball up the middle, and that running back is getting in there for the touchdown to go ahead and take the lead back. Now, Vanderbilt is playing like a ranked team. They're 2-2, but I guess the record does not show how good they really are. 2nd and 10, I'm trying to get this 1st down myself, and I do just that, but I fumbled. Another turnover. At some point, the turnovers just have to stop. Picks, fumbles. I got to stop this because, yeah, I might be Georgia, but when we get to the bigger games like the conference or even the national championship, these things cannot happen. Got to figure it out. But lucky for me, my defense is amazing. They end up getting a stop, and now we got a chance to go ahead and take the lead. Eventually, I need to stop turning the ball over because it just sucks just sitting there, walking to the bench after turning the ball over. Because I know at that point, there's nothing I can do about it. I just got to hope and believe that my defense get that stop. I mean, most of the time they do, but what if they don't? And not only that, I got to get right. Because if that happens in a bigger game, I'd be so mad at myself. But it's just crazy that no matter how many times I make bad plays, I still make bigger plays on offense that basically makes up for it. Made it all the way here to the goal line at the 1 yard line on second and goal, run this ball up the middle, touchdown, taking the lead. And this time, they could not score a touchdown to take the lead back. And all we got to do is waste the time now. But running the ball every play just wasn't working. They was all over that. And now it's 3rd and 4. I can't find nobody to throw the ball to, trying to scramble, but I just barely get tackled by my shoelaces. And now I'm in a situation where I got to do a money drive. 1 minute left in this game, down 4 points. Can I get down the field and score a touchdown? I'm already picking up this big game with my legs. Can we finish the drive? On 1st and 10, I'm running out to the right side, just waiting until I see Jaylen with an eye open. He did end up getting open. The safety chose who he wanted to guard. And Jaylen with the eyes picking up this big game, getting almost to the 2. Now, they've been playing some pretty good defense here, but I'm going to go ahead and scramble, pick up this touchdown myself, taking that hole, getting into the end zone. As happy as I wanted to be at that moment, I had to wait for the happiness to come out for real until here we get this stop, and that's game. This time, it was Jaylen with an eye getting player of the game, 8 catches, 240 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Now, so far throughout the season, we've been playing pretty well. I mean, other than the little, bumps that I done caused, we're 4-0, number 2 in the nation. And coming into this game to Kentucky, we should beat them by a lot. After that huge run I just picked up, we're all the way here in the red zone already. And I can't find nobody to throw the ball to, so I decided to scramble. And almost got tackled, but I broke that tackle and got in the end zone. I really feel like Kentucky is disrespecting me and the fact that I have legs. Like, I'm going to use them if you do not have a QB spy out there that's fast enough to keep up with me. I mean, like, who is this guy? He is not keeping up with me. He's way too big, and I'm trucking one of their DBs too. Running verts here in the red zone on 2nd and 10, hitting my tight end, nick into the end zone. That's a dot. Defense is playing amazing right now. We're up 14-0 and running the read option. I decided to keep it for myself. Throwing that DB down to the ground on 1st and 10, getting all the way down the field, and I'm sliding down. Whole offense is just moving smooth like butter against this defense right now. They just can't hold none of us. As soon as we run the ball, it's easy yards. Passing the ball, easy yards. 3rd and goal, Jaylen with the eyes on a goal line fade, and I decided to throw that ball up. He beat that DB. I wanted him to dunk on him, but he got the tud anyway. First half ain't over yet, but we're up 24-6 right now, and I almost end up giving them the ball back on 1st and 10, but luckily, he's trash. He couldn't pick it off. I don't care what the score is. I'm trying to score before the second half. 36 left, and I see Jaylen with an eye, and the safety decided to choose the other guy, and I'm getting it to him. He's in the end zone. At this point, I probably could sit down, let the guy on the bench come in the game and, do a little bit. But at this point, I might as well just keep on getting stats if I want to win that Heisman. Picking up this big gain at 22 yards. And then on 3rd and inches, letting the running back run the ball. Just pick up this first down. That's all you got to do. But he ended up fumbling. I mean, the game's over. It don't really matter. But, we getting out of here. I believe this might be the most rushing yards I had in the game, 133. Surprisingly, I didn't have more than that before, but I mean, it makes sense. I've been throwing that ball. Jaylen with an eye, he's going for that Bolitnikoff, 165 and 3 touchdowns. He's getting that. We have now become the number 1 ranked team in the nation. And surprisingly enough, playing against Arkansas, who is 1-4. Now, I'm not going to let their record at all make me feel differently about them because I know that they're a very good team. So, playing against a team that I respect, I'm just going to have to make sure I stay on my A game. And on 1st and 10, they only sent 1 pass rusher, which gave me enough time to wait for the perfect moment to throw this ball. And it's a touchdown to my boy Samson. We end up getting a stop. We're on the side of the field once again. 2nd and 16, doing a QB wrap. I'm picking up a good amount of yards and sliding down before I get killed. 3rd and 7, and this O-line right here, they're blocking very, very well. I mean, it's only 2 people pass rushing right now. Though I did show some pretty good pocket presence, waiting for this guy to get open. I got Jaylen with an eye open, getting the first down. First and goal, trying to run a play action, but they end up getting back there. I had to run the opposite way. Luckily, I was able to outrun him and just barely get into the end zone fighting for that tug. Our defense is as locked in as they'll ever be. That boys are holding Arkansas to 0 points so far, and on 3rd and 5, we on their side of the field. At least we making it there, and I'm scrambling out to the right side, picking up this first down and more, and I'm trying to keep getting more, but I end up getting tackled. Then on 1st and 10, running the play action. My boy Nick is on the corner route, and I'm just waiting for him because I know he's going to get open. He does. That's a touchdown. 3-score lead. So far, it's the second quarter, beginning of it. We're doing great. 21-3, but on 3rd and 15, I just got to throw my pick when we up a good amount in the game, and I do just that. And now they're kind of back in the game. We're up 28-16, and they done, caught a little stride on offense, and on defense, they kind of found a little method or whatever. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like as soon as I hiked this ball, they was already on me. And I tried to scramble out to the left side, but it's raining right now, and I end up tripping over my own feet, and I got sacked for a safety. But they didn't do anything with it. It's a 10-point game now because of me. Of course, we got 2 minutes left though in this first half to try to get some points and extend this lead before the second half, and I'm getting out of bounds after picking up this first down. 2nd and 10, you can call this an error on the defense, or you could just call this one of the greatest dots you've ever seen. Somehow, this actually wasn't picked off. Hey man, it might just be a dot, and we got the first down. That time is going down. We got a minute left here in the first half, and on 1st and 10, I'm immediately finna scramble out to the right side. I'm gonna end up picking up this first down, but as soon as I pick it up, I'm getting pushed out of bounds. Now it's 1st and goal. I'm surveying the field, and I decided to go ahead and scramble out to the left side, burning every single D lineman and getting into the end zone, extending this lead. We can't lose this game. Great stop by the defense. This gives us another chance to go ahead and make this lead even more. And I threw this ball down the field. I felt like it was a dot, but obviously it wasn't. He dropped the ball, and it fell right into the defense's hands. At that point, what am I supposed to do? I feel like I put that thing on the money. But unfortunately for them, they couldn't do nothing with the ball when they got it. Our defense is just too good. We're the number 1 ranked team in the nation for a reason. And it's mainly thanks to our defense being as great as they've been. Now we're all the way here in the red zone on 3rd and 1. You can go ahead and put a fork in after this touchdown. Alright, so yeah, now it's clear to me why they're 1-4 and why they're no longer ranked. Because we were able to just put on a show against them boys. It's really crazy the fact that we're having such a great season. Nobody expected us to have a season like this. In the media, like I said, when we lost our receivers, they thought that we would fall off. So they was expecting me to have the sophomore slump. But so far, I'm having a very good season. Yeah, I'm throwing a lot more turnovers than I was before, but plays like this with my boy Jaylen with an eye. That touchdown right there, that boy just broke the school record for the most receiving touchdowns in a career, and he's only a sophomore, only halfway through the season too. Crazy. Sure that throughout the season we stay level-headed, because yeah, we might be the number 1 ranked team in the nation, but as soon as we lose one game, you already know how far we could fall, especially losing to a team like this. So we can't lose this. I'm trying to survey the field, but it's taking me a little bit too long, and I end up getting hit behind the line, but at least I got that ball out before I got sacked. And then on 3rd and 6, I was thinking about scrambling out to the right side, but I saw my receiver or tight end sitting there wide open in the flats, and he ended up picking up the first down. But Tennessee, they are not trying to let us score a touchdown here. They got to 3rd down again, and this time they sent a blitz at me. Hit me, but I still got the ball out, so I ain't get sacked, but we're going to have to settle for 3. Defense got the stop. It's the beginning of the second quarter now, and on 2nd and 7, I decided to go ahead, hike the ball, and immediately scrambling out to the right side. Trying to use my running back as a blocker, but the guy didn't realize what I was doing. I was running. I was not trying to pass that ball at all. Picking up a 24-yard rush. And once again here in the red zone, Tennessee is just playing some very good red zone defense. I'm trying to scramble, end up getting sacked. We got set for 3 again. Well, we actually did not end up going for 3. Special teams tried to fake the field goal and try to pick up the first down or a touchdown, and they didn't end up getting it. But good thing defense is amazing. They end up stopping them. We got the ball back 2nd and 7. I'm taking this all the way into the red zone. And yet again, we are struggling. Struggling to try to get this ball into the end zone against Tennessee. They're playing amazing defense in the red zone. It's the second half now. We're up 13-10 right now, and it's just crazy. We really have not been able to score that much in the red zone, but this time we're gonna have to just find a way, because eventually they might start scoring. And we do find a way. Here on 1st and goal, my boy Omega Blake ran a corner route, found him in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. There we go. Man, it's just crazy right now. Tennessee's defense isn't really playing too bad. It's just the fact that our defense is just way better than theirs is, and they just can't get down the field at all. They only got 3 points, and we finna make our way down the field again. This Tennessee defense has been playing very well. I mean, it's 3rd and 8 now, and we're finally doing something we never really done. We're running a bubble screen, and this play worked way more than I expected it to work. Amazing blocking, and Landon Sanson's in there for the tug. 34-10. They finally found a way to score a touchdown. 7 minutes left in this game, and I'm trying to get this to Landon Sampson. I thought he was going to keep on running across the field, but instead, he stopped in the middle of his route and is picked off. What was he doing? Now look, out of all the picks I done thrown, this one I will not accept. I mean, like, he gotta keep running. We could have had that first down, but it don't really matter. We won the game anyway. All in all, though, a pretty good game, though. 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns with about 50 yards rushing. Jaylen with an eye, 139 yards and a touchdown. Started this season ranked number 9, and now halfway through the season, we're the number 1 ranked team in the nation. And not only that, I'm number 1 in the Heisman race, looking to get my second one back to back. And I mean, just look at the stats I'm putting up halfway through the season. I already got more picks than I had last year, but it's cool. I'm doing a lot of things, and that includes rushing this year. I had about 800 rushing yards last year. I already have 700. I'm probably gonna end up with more than 1,200, something like that. My guy, Jaylen with an eye, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns, and we really don't have a receiver too. The other people are just splitting it all up. And number 1 in the whole nation is obviously Jaylen with an eye. He's going for that Belindikov, and I'm gonna make sure he get it. But now, enough of the stats, because we gotta make sure that we're locked in every single game. The stats are gonna come in when they need to, so we can't get too wrapped up in trying to win every award. Because as I said multiple times, our main goal of coming to this team is trying to get them their first national championship. And that's what we're going to do. And I mean, especially with us being the number 1 ranked team in the nation right now, all we got to do is keep on winning games, and we for sure going to get there. And with the way that me and Jaylen with the Eyes connection has been throughout this season, it's just been amazing. I mean, he's just running over the top, and I'm putting that ball right on the money, touchdown. But not only does our offense and me and Jaylen with our chemistry feel good, the defense. When I tell y'all, the defense right now, them boys are just locking in and just locking up. But there's been a problem I've been having. I've been throwing a lot of picks, definitely more than I did last year already. And it's just crazy. When I have been throwing these picks, the defense they still been locking in, still been locking up. But still, even though my defense is as good as they is, I still can't be giving the other team the ball like that. And with us playing Auburn this week, I mean, there's no reason why we shouldn't be up this much. And we finna go ahead and extend this score right now on 3rd and 3, just bombing that thing down the field. Jaylen with I ain't nobody holding it. We're scored. They're trying to stay in this game. It's still the second quarter, and we already got 28 points. And I'm trying to make that 35 points, getting that down the field to my tight end, picking up another huge game. On 2nd and go, after trying to run the ball on 1st, it didn't work, and they sent a mean blitz, picking up a sack of 6 yards. But on 3rd and goal, I wasn't going for none of that. Immediately, I'm scrambling out to the right side, getting to the edge, beating everybody to that tug. In the 4th quarter, we're up 38-24. I mean, they scored a good amount, but just not enough to stay in this game. And if I keep on putting on performances like this every single game for the rest of my college career, I'm going to just be the best South Carolina quarterback ever. I'm trying to be the greatest NCAA quarterback ever. And the same with Jaylen with an eye, I mean, but except as a receiver. To Troy, and even though we're undefeated, ranked number 1, and they're not even ranked, they're gonna bring a tougher fight than we expected coming into this game. I already let my teammates know that this is definitely not a game that we can take lightly at all. Take any game lightly, but this might be one that we're gonna have to take like it's Georgia or something. Cause I don't know why, but the energy that I felt from them coming into this game felt like one of the best ranked teams in the nation. And already, after we scored a touchdown, they responded with a touch of their own. And then, on 1st and 10, they D-line almost got to me. Every single one of them, I had to throw that ball out of bounds. They ended up getting us to 3rd and 6. And when I probably could have just took the check down to the running back, I decided to go ahead and take it for my own and pick up this 1st down. On 2nd and 10, I'm just surveying the field, trying to see what I can find, but really, I can't really find anything. I probably should have threw that drag route because I ended up taking the sack for 9 yards. And then they top off their pretty decent defensive drive on 3rd and 19, picking up another sack on me. I tried to escape out to the left side, but that DT ended up getting a hold of me, and I ended up falling. Luckily though, they didn't end up taking the lead because our defense got that stop. I threw that ball, tossed it to the running back, and he threw a dot to Jaylen with an eye, and he ended up scoring a touchdown. Defense got to stop. We got down the field. It's 3rd and 9, and we're running verticals. I don't know what is wrong with this defensive tackle, but I mean, just look at him, just powering through, and I ended up having to run around him to try to throw the ball out of bounds, and now we got to kick a field goal. And after that field goal, they finally end up scoring. On 1st and 10, running the play action, my dumb self threw a pick. I thought I was going to be able to get that ball underneath to my boy Samson, but that safety made a great play. Picked that ball off. And now, something that really hasn't happened to us too much this season, we're behind. We're losing in this game right now with 2 minutes left in the first half. We cannot be losing going into the second. And I'm trying to make sure of it. On 2nd and goal, run the QB wrap, and I'm getting into that end zone. But that Troy offense has finally found a way to score touchdowns, and they've been doing that. It's 28-24 now, and we still got to get down the field again and score more points. And with just 17 seconds left in the first half, wide open receiver on the right side, and guess what he does? He does a total. He didn't have to do that. He could have caught that ball and scored a tub, but now we got to try to score a touchdown again. And with 6 seconds left, coach did not want to kick the field goal. He wanted to go for the tub, and I tried to run in there and get the touchdown myself, but got hit, fumbled, and we coming out of here with no points. Troy got 3 points out of the drive starting off the second half. They might end up getting some more points here. I thought I was going to be able to get this ball over that guy, but just couldn't do it. Another pick, and they already in scoring position. I don't know what it is, and I don't know what I'm looking at on this field right now, but we're down 14 points now. And I don't think we've been down this much like ever. But we bringing that lead down with this big play to Jaylen with an eye. Jaylen with an eye, that boy just breaking more records. The school record for receiving touchdowns in the season. Breaking records and stuff is cool and all, but right now we're down 45-31. Troy's offense is not done scoring, and we got to find a way to score faster. After taking that big sack, it's 2nd and 20. I'm scrambling out to the right side, and I find my tight end in the slot and the seams, picking up the first down. We're down 2 scores right now, but we still got a whole 4th quarter to play. I'm not losing this game. I'm breaking this sack, running out to the left side, and launching this thing to the other side of the field, picking up that first down. I'm the main reason we're in this position in the first place. The picks I thrown was just dumb. So I got to be the one to take us out of this position. Picking up this first down using my legs, sliding down. Not taking no hit, not trying to fumble again. They started playing some great defense. Got to 3rd and 10, but screaming out to the right side. I got my boy Nick on the outside on the corner route. Tug. They actually end up getting no points on their drive. And I ain't gonna lie, for them, that's tough. Because the way we looking on our offense right now, we're gonna score. And on 1st and goal, running the play action, my tight end, Nick, open on this drag route. Tug. And with no choice but to go for 2 points on this PAT, I'm gonna go ahead and scramble in and pick up this 2. And after the defense got another stop, yet another one. We got 3 seconds left in this game. If we don't get this, going to OT. And so, I gotta throw it to my number 1 playmaker, Jaylen with an eye, but too many people around him, he couldn't even get his hands on it. We're going to OT. Well, in OT, Troy had the ball first, and they could not make it happen. And so, you already know what time it is. Amazing blocking while I'm scrambling, and I'm picking up this touchdown, ending the game. Very crazy game, very high scoring game, but we still came out on top. That game right there just shows that we are not invincible and that I need to be more careful. Because this week, we got Florida, who's 9-1, ranked number 6 in the nation. And we're at their crib, and it's raining. So, a lot of things happening. But if it's something about me, I really don't care about rain. I'm still going to put that ball in the air. And coach, he believes in me too. He runs a lot of passing plays even in the rain. He does not care. On 1st and goal, I'm waiting for Jaylen with an eye to get open on that outside, and he does just that, getting it to him for the first touch of the game. Defense done locked in, got the stop. In our offense, we done made our way all the way down the field, about to get into the red zone. I'm throwing this dot to Landon Sampson, making a great catch with a guy on his back. On 2nd and goal, we're just gonna go ahead, try to run this ball right up the middle, and we getting in there. Some great blocking for the touchdown and send his lead to 2 scores. Man, when I tell y'all that game last week against Troy, that thing really woke us up because they're not even ranked, but they were pretty good. And they definitely showed us that there's a lot of things we got to work on. And someone who definitely let me hear it was Coach. We pulled out the dub last week. That game really shouldn't have been as close as it was. I mean, they are a pretty decent team, but they're not even ranked. And Coach believes that only teams that should be able to be in games with us like that are the top ranked teams in the nation. And that just wasn't one of them. But I'm trying to learn from my mistakes. We're up 13-0 right now. Looking pretty good against Florida. And on 1st and 10, I'm screaming out to the left side. Now I'm taking a hit. When I end up landing, I landed on 2 fingers on my left hand, luckily. So I can still throw the ball. But for the rest of this drive, Coach decided to put the backup quarterback in. Backup definitely did his job. When I said my fingers was jammed, they was actually dislocated. I ended up having to go to the sidelines, and the medical staff popped my fingers back in place. And now I'm back out here running the ball again, picking up a big game. And like I said, luckily it was on my left hand, not my right hand. So I'm good, I'm chilling. 1st and 10, running the play action. I end up getting crushed by almost every defensive lineman. But then on 2nd and 15, I decided to go ahead and scramble real quick and get this out to my tight end on the sideline, who ended up picking up that 1st down. On 1st and 10, when I tell y'all, I immediately saw them boys coming in. I had to scramble out to the left side as fast as I could. And I saw my guy Samson got that ball to him. He ran backwards, but got back into the end zone. We finally scored a touchdown, but we're up 20 points and we're looking to score some more points before the first half. 1:30 left. I'm picking up this 1st down, sliding down. We're in the red zone now, and after I end up taking a big sack, it's 3rd and 21. I decided I need to go ahead and scramble out to the left side before I take another sack. Beating everybody to the edge, I'm trying to do anything I can do to pick up this 1st down. After spinning off of that one guy and I end up getting tackled, we might have to go for this field goal. I mean, so far this Florida offense really has not found itself at all. And on 2nd and goal, I'm getting into the end zone, extending this lead even more. It's the beginning of the 4th quarter, and they finally scored a touchdown and got a field goal. It's 37-17 now, and I'm going to go ahead and stick a fork in on 3rd and 10, and I'm getting this touchdown myself after running over one of the DBs. Just came into the A crib in the A territory and whooped on him. And this time, it was my boy Nick, 100 yards, 7 catches. This week, we got 2-8 Missouri. And I guess after seeing that we were 1,000-point favorites, they was not going for none of that. Already, that DB's making an amazing play, picking that ball off, getting them into scoring position. Now, they did only end up getting 3 points, but I don't know what's going on with me this year. I was not throwing picks like this last year. And really, it just seems like I'm not learning from the picks either. But still, I'm making big plays, and we winning games. Missouri ended up scoring a touchdown, taking the lead. They got us to 3rd and 10, but they forgot about Jaylen with an eye on that outside, picking up this 1st down. And then on 1st and 10, I ain't finding anything I really liked. I just waited patiently, amazing blocking, and with that patience, my tight end, I'm getting wide open for the tub. But man, 2-8 Missouri right now, they are not looking 2-8. They're trying to win this game, and it's clear to me that they are not backing down at all. And if their offense is going to be playing like this, it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I'm ready for it. I'm just going to have to make sure that I'm not making the mistakes that I normally make. Because if we lose to a team like this, we might go from 1 to like in the 20s of the rankings. Like, that would be crazy. But so far, Missouri has just playing amazing defense. After getting that sack, they got another stop. But on 3rd and 17, they left a wide-open guy in the middle of the field for the 1st down. After getting once again another sack on me, on 2nd and goal, running the play action, I ended up getting the hit. I broke that sack, but another guy was waiting there to go ahead and pick up the sack. And at this point, since we so far back on 3rd and goal, if I can't find nobody to throw the ball to, I'm just going to try to get closer. Close enough to go ahead and kick an easy field goal. And I did just that. And we did end up kicking the field goal and making it. We got a minute left in the first half to try to get more points, but can't find nothing. Took a hit. I really don't know where this defense came from in Missouri, but it's 3rd and 22, and this time, I'm just launching it down the field to Jaylen with an eye. And guess what? He's catching that and taking that to the crib. And there goes another record, the new school record for school receiving yards in a season, breaking his own record from last year. Crazy. 24-16 here in the second half, and their defense is still locking up like how it was before, but their offense really hasn't been doing too much. And at this point, if they secondary gonna be locking up the whole field, I'll just go ahead and scramble. After breaking this sack, I decided to go ahead, use my legs once again. And luckily, I didn't end up fumbling. I had to take this contact to pick up the 1st down. But even though I didn't fumble, I did end up getting injured once again. And this time, it was a little sprained ankle. It wasn't too much, but it did keep me out for the rest of that drive. When I thought I was gonna be out for one drive, There ended up being multiple drives. And now it's a tie game here in the fourth quarter, and I had to come back in. I don't care about my ankle sprain. We're not losing this game. And I mean, at this point, my left ankle, it feels good. Clearly not 100%, but I'm still good enough to go ahead and scramble and try to pick up this first down on 1st and 10, and I do just that. And then on 1st and 10, I'm scrambling out to the right side, and as soon as I saw that this flat came down to try to get the sack on me, my boy Samson ended up being wide open. I got that to him, he scored that tug. And man, oh man, would you look at that defense getting these stopped right when we need it. 2 minutes left in this game, and we up 7, we can get some more points. They play some great defense, used all their timeouts with that, but on 3rd and 16, I got my guy wide open in the seams for the touchdown. This game is over. And there we go. I'm breaking a record, my own record from last season, the most touchdowns in a season for South Carolina quarterback. Yeah, they might have ended up scoring a touchdown on their last drive, but no timeouts left. We just nearing this thing out. Game over. Man, it's really crazy that they stayed in the game like that. And crazy, very crazy. But now we heading into the last game of the regular season. It's gonna be a good one, probably. We got 5 and 6 Clemson this week, and it's actually crazy. Their offense this season really has not been good at all, but their defense has been top 5 ranked in the nation. If their offense was better, they'd definitely be a ranked team. But nonetheless, no matter how good that defense is, we're the number 1 offense in the nation. We got to come out here and prove that. We end up having a very smooth first drive on 1st and 10. I'm screaming out to the right side, hitting my guy who's on a drag route, and he's scoring that touchdown. 1st and 10, rolling out to the right side, and I'm throwing it back to the left middle of the field to my boy Jaylen with an eye who's breaking the tackle and getting taken down. I don't know what it is, man. It just feels like every single person is just getting open. An amazing real route ran by my running back, picking up that first down. Now making it all the way to the goal line, 1st and goal, almost getting sacked, but I'm just barely getting past him for the tug. Like I said, this Clemson offense is very mid. Them guys cannot get in the end zone right now. And as good as their defense is, they're trying as hard as they can to stop us. But it's just somebody ends up getting open every single time. Then when I stayed there and waited for his moment, and I ended up giving him the ball right when I was getting hit. Play action on 1st and 10. I'm hitting my tight end on a corner route. An amazing route ran by him, almost getting that tug, just like 2-3 yards out. Now at this point, we're close enough to just go ahead and run this ball in, trying to just force it in, and he cannot get in. So this time on 3rd and goal, running the read option. They stayed on me and allowed the running back to get into the end zone for the tug. It's sending the lead. Clemson finally found a way to score after getting a big sack. It's 2nd and 21. We're up 20-7 with about 2 minutes left in this first half. And we're running verticals. They're playing the zone, so I knew somebody was going to get open. And Jaylen, what I did. Since it worked so well last time, coach decided to run verticals once again. And this time, I got my tight end open in the seams for a dot. The defense started getting a little bit better as we got into the red zone. But on 3rd and 4, I got my tight end throwing this on the run, and that's a dot. I mean, it's really just not looking good for them at all. I get to do anything I want right now. If I want to pass the ball, I can have people open. If I want to run the ball, I'm breaking tackles, picking up big gains like this. We down the field already. Something that really hasn't been happening that often in this game is getting us 3rd down. It's 3rd and 11, and it's a wide open gap for me to go ahead and take and pick up this first down, trying to truck through the defense, and I get there. We done got into the red zone. It's 2nd and goal, and after taking the sack, we're running a play action. I'm getting this out to the flag. But they end up swarming down, getting a tackle on them. 3rd and goal now. And on 3rd and goal, hitting my tight end on a drag route. He didn't end up getting a touchdown, but we were running the 1 yard line. I don't know if coach want to go for it or not, but it really don't matter. We up a lot. Well, that a lot went from a lot to just 9 points that fast. It's the fourth quarter. We're only up 30-21 now, and I'm throwing one of the dumbest picks I've ever thrown. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Got stopped a couple drives and threw that pick. Can't believe I let this game get away from me. But lucky for me, a big mistake I just made ain't as big of a mistake as it seemed like, because the defense ended up still getting that stop. And now we just got to make sure that they do not get the ball back. Or if they get it back, let that be when we kick the ball off back to them after we score on this drive. Whether that be us scoring a touchdown or kicking a field goal. 3rd and 4, it seems like we're going to go ahead and kick the field goal because the way that defense is looking, I almost threw another pick. Now a game that should have been a blowout is a little interesting. They got a timeout left with a minute left, and as soon as we get this first down, the game's over. And there we go. They got to use that last timeout. We're just needing this ball out now. To be honest with y'all, I don't know what has gotten into me. I don't understand, like, the games that we should really be just, like, beating on them. It just seems like they just been a little bit closer than they need to be. With that being the last game of the regular season, I gotta make sure that coming into this conference championship game, I try as hard as I can to not turn the ball over as much as I have. Lose this game right here, we're definitely not going to the national championship. I'm gonna do everything in my power that I could possibly do to win this game. We got 8-4 Mississippi State. They're not even ranked. They're obviously good enough to be in the conference championship. And they've already scored a touchdown. But we just gotta make sure that we match the energy. We gotta score a touchdown too. So far, my guy Braswell, my running back, is looking like CMC. After handing that ball off to him, throwing it to him, coming out the backfield, he's breaking the tackle, picking up that big first. On first and goal, I got 2 slants coming across the middle of the field, but I decided to go ahead and scramble to the outside and beat everybody to the edge, scoring a tud. They did not score last drive. This is our opportunity to go ahead, take the lead, and keep it for the rest of the game and go ahead and win. Because the way our offense look at things, as soon as the other team does not score a touchdown, we might got this thing in the bag. Because I really don't see a team stopping us unless I throw a dumb pick. On this 1st and 10, that Mississippi State pass rush is looking pretty good. I had to escape that pocket. I did, just in time. And I'm running with a purpose. Trucking that 1 DB, bro got that block, and I'm getting to the end zone, diving in, tug. And again, they did not end up scoring, but their defense done really locked in. Got us to 3rd and 5. I can't really find nobody to throw the ball to. I'm trying to run out to the left side, maybe pick up the 1st down on my own. But in an attempt to try to make this guy miss, end up getting hit. And they picked up that ball when I fumbled. And now they're on the outside of the field. They went ahead, tied the game up. We got 5 minutes left in this first half, and I'm throwing this ball over the top of that defense. Just a complete dot to Jaylen with an eye. Great catch too. 1st and 10, and I'm just walking over to the left side, just waiting for my tight end to come across the field, and he did just that. Catching that ball too, picking up that 1st down. But the way this Mississippi State defense is playing here in the red zone, they do not want us to score a touchdown at all. They end up picking up this second. We got to settle for 3. But looking for us, our defense is great too. Getting that stop on them, and they couldn't even get a field goal. On 3rd and 7, my guy Blake was wide open. I mean, nobody near him at all. That's an easy touchdown. Mississippi State is not going away though. They scored a touchdown, keeping this a 3-point lead. Minute and 25 seconds left in this first half, and if they want to score with us, they're gonna have to score with us. Launched it down the field to Jaylen with an eye, and that's another touchdown. They better score again. But hold on, that's a new NCAA record, the most receiving yards in the season. Jaylen with an eye just breaking all these records. Boy, he gonna be the greatest. Now this time, Mississippi State couldn't score. I mean, they probably tried too hard to score because we still have time now. About 40 seconds left in this first half. And we can still put up more points before the second half. I'm picking up this huge game running, and I'm going down. Running verticals. Everybody just run straight up to the touchdown. And I'm going to find somebody. Someone's going to be open. I find them right in the seams tug. Now, just like I said, if Mississippi State was going to have a chance in this game to stay with us, they was going to have to score with us. And we're not done scoring yet. Another touchdown from Jaylen with an eye. It's just crazy how fast that game got out of hand. The offense is just too amazing, but we won the conference championship 2 years in a row. Raising up this trophy right here, once again, just like we did last year, just feels amazing. I ain't gonna lie, that national championship trophy, that one's gonna feel different. With the season my boy had, there's no way he don't win Biletnikoff this year. Just as we all knew was gonna happen, I won the Heisman back-to-back years. Obviously, along with that, I get all these other awards too. The thing that really made me happy, seeing my boy Jaylen with an eye, finally getting that Biletnikoff. The award he really should have gotten last year. But now, it's time. We are facing the number 3 ranked team in the nation, Penn State, in the national championship. All the hard work that we done put in this whole entire season, it all ends here at the national championship. And we gotta make sure that everything we did ain't for no reason. And man, coming into this game, we were the most locked in we've ever been. I mean, we had music playing in the locker room, but everybody was quiet, just locked in. And that's just how serious we are about this game right here. We need this. South Carolina could no longer go on with no natties. After we had a pretty good drive scoring a touchdown to start off, Penn State scored too. And on 1st and 10, I see Jaylen with an eye deep down the field, open past all those safeties, and I just had enough power to get it over the safety's head. Making it all the way to 1st and goal, run this ball up the middle with the running back, and he's getting in there, fighting for that touchdown, taking the lead again. This time though, Penn State was not able to score a touchdown or even get 3 points. On 2nd and 10, they sent a mean blitz at me. I didn't see that, I did not read it correctly, and I'm taking a sack. But a drive is not over until you give it up. It's 3rd and 18, and most people wouldn't have made this pass. They would have threw it out of bounds. But me, I'm trying to win. I'm throwing this over the top, somehow getting it to that guy for the 1st down. And after that, we done made it all the way to the goal line. 3rd and goal, trying to run the ball in with the running back, and he could not get in. 4th and goal. But coach, he being extra aggressive here. He does not want to kick that field goal. He believes in me to go ahead and get that touch, and I'm going to do just that, using my legs to the left side, scoring the touchdown, extending that lead to 2 scores. And I'm breaking another one of my records for the school, the most rushing touchdowns in the season. Penn State ended up scoring this time, 21-14 now, a minute and a half left in this first half, and I'm taking a sack. Might be 2nd and 17, but I know of a way to pick all these yards back up. Ain't nobody holding Jaylen with an eye over the top, getting it right over that DB's head. 1st down, 33-yard reception. And there we go. I'm breaking another record. This time it's not my own record. It's the new school passing yards for a career. And this record's only gonna get more unbreakable, because after this game, got a whole nother season. But right now, I ain't worrying about that record. I'm trying to win this game 2nd and 11, breaking that tackle, picking up this 1st down. And now on 1st and 10, handing this ball off to my running back. He almost picks up this 1st down, almost gets the touchdown, but just barely falls short, 2nd and inches. And after that last run worked so well, why would we not run the ball one more time on 2nd and inches? And this time, he's getting into that end zone. No points from Penn State this time, though, and that's going to be a huge mistake, because we're already up 14 points, and it might end up being 21. Throwing that ball down the field to Jaylen with an eye, breaking that tackle, big 45-yard reception. 1st and goal, running the play action. I'm hitting my guy Ken Austin to the sideline. Dot, tug. Now they did end up scoring that time, and they started playing some great defense. 3rd down, and I almost end up throwing a pick. There's no way I sell this game, right? Penn State, they end up scoring another touchdown. Now it's a 7-point lead, and I almost threw a pick right there. Man, that's crazy. I keep on doing this. We be having great leads, and then get stopped a couple times, and now it's a tie game. And with Penn State's offense finding things out, I can't afford for our offense to be stopped at all, because if we end up getting stopped here, they'll probably end up scoring another touchdown and taking the lead. On 1st and 10, Jaylen with the eyes running the corner route. He ended up getting wide open. I'm getting it to him. He's running that DB over. Then somebody caught up to him and got that tackle before he can get to the end zone. And I'm breaking another record. My own record from last year, passing yards in the season for the school. It's 2nd and goal. And last time we was in the red zone, we ran the ball and it worked. But this time, I'm trying to run the ball again, and they're not going for none of that. Tackling for a loss. And so this means on 3rd and goal, I got to deliver a dot. And after drawing up the perfect play, I'm scrambling out to the right side and just waiting for Jaylen with an eye, and I'm getting it right to him on the sideline, a dot for the tug to take the lead back. Their offense, they made it all the way down the field once again. A minute left on 2nd and goal, and a dot to the middle of that end zone for the touchdown. Tying the game back up. This is the perfect moment for me. Perfect moment for me and Jaylen with an eye. Less than 40 seconds left to score a touchdown, and guess what? That boy is wide open down the field. He is way too fast. He's getting into that end zone. Well, Penn State was not able to get down the field and score a touchdown to tie the game back up. So there we go. Even though I allowed them to come back, I still had a great game. And so did Jaylen with an eye and my boy Samson. But after 2 years of being on this team, we did our job. We said what we wanted to do coming to South Carolina. The main reason why we came to this school was to try to get them a national championship. And we did just that. Going undefeated, becoming the #1 team in the nation, and winning that national championship, getting the Heisman as well just to top it all off. Like, what a season. And with the stats that me and Jaylen with an eye was putting up throughout this season, and you can't forget about the other guys on the receiving corps that did their job too. We almost thought about leaving, try to get another team a national championship that doesn't have one, but South Carolina really feels like home, and we kind of want to give them another one. After 2 pretty good seasons with South Carolina, And especially last season. I mean, I ended up winning Heisman back-to-back, and we got that national championship. And that boy Jaylen with an eye got his Biletnikoff that he deserved. And with this year being our last season playing college football, I was working real hard off-season training. Maybe I was training too hard, as I really didn't allow my body too much time to heal and recover. Well, let's just say what happened while I was training so vigorously and the off-season just wasn't good, as I ended up spraining both my left knee and my left ankle. And while at the time it wasn't that bad, like I said, I really didn't give my body time to recover and rest and just repair itself. And so now I'm heading to my third season trying to fight through these injuries. Now, here's the thing. I really haven't been telling my coaches or my teammates the real truth about my injuries. They had asked me why I'm wearing a brace on my ankle and my knee, but I just let them know it's nothing major. It's just for preventative, you know what I'm saying? Just so it doesn't get no worse. But in reality, my ankle and my knee, they feel terrible. It's just the fact that when I go into games, I gotta take painkillers, because if I don't, there's no way I'll be able to play in these games. And I mean, when these injuries happened, I decided not to use the college's, you know what I'm saying, medical staff, because then they might tell coach and then I probably won't be able to play. But I just felt like, injury or not, I want to be out here with my guys in my last year in college. There's no way I sit out for the amount of games I'm going to have to, and then my NFL draft stock just depletes. Like, I'm not doing that. And there was no way I was going to miss out on this roster that we got. I mean, my boy Samson, he got so much better during the offseason. Jaylen with an eye, still the best receiver in college. And other than that, the rest of our team is basically the same, but we just got a little bit better from last season. There was no way I was going to be sitting out when I know we got another chance at another title. And so here I am, putting my body at risk. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this, but at the same time, I feel like even though it's not smart, I need to be out here with my guys so we can win. So I'm playing, and I ain't gonna lie, the doctor I'm going to let me know that there's a huge risk in me playing with these injuries and not allowing them to rest or recover. He let me know that there's a chance, not a huge chance, kind of on the shorter side, 20% chance that if something horrible ends up happening in the game or even in practice, I can end up missing the rest of the season. And ain't no painkillers gonna help that. Yeah, I know it's definitely not smart to be taking that chance, but you know the situation I'm in. The backup quarterback, I don't really trust in him to keep us winning games so that when I'm able to come back, we're still up. So these painkillers are going to have to do for now. Now, so far in this game against East Carolina, I ain't going to lie, the offense isn't looking the best. It's 10-7, so that means the defense is definitely locking in. But us as an offense, we got to find our way into the end zone. And we going to find that way. I don't care if I got to put my body on the line. I'm going to do what I need to do to put our team in the best position to win. First and goal, running the play action. I really end up not really finding anybody to throw the ball to for the touchdown, so I decided to go ahead and scramble, making one guy miss trying to tackle my feet, and I get into the end zone for the tug. They responded with a touchdown too, though, in the 2nd and 14. And I'm trying to get that touchdown right back, but I might be dumb trying to do what I'm doing. I'm just throwing the ball down the field, just hoping my receiver will be able to make a play on it, and almost picked off. And now after a pretty good defensive job them boys done put on, it's 3rd and 14, we're running verticals. And I really can't find no one to throw the ball to. I'm trying to scramble, trying to pick up the first down myself, but they all came down, got that tackle on me, and I fumbled the ball out of bounds. And so now we find ourselves down against an unranked team right now with about 5 minutes left in this game. There's no way that we lose this thing. Getting this to my running back, it dot to the sideline. And I'm getting us a 3rd down again. It's 3rd and 5, but this time I'm not allowing them to stop us and force us to kick a field goal. This time I'm hitting my boy to the outside towards the sideline for the 1st down. 3rd down once again. 3rd and 7, Jaylen with an eye coming across the field on the slant, and I'm hitting him for the tug. It's just crazy that this game is a game. It shouldn't be this interesting. We should be up by a lot, but the way that their defense is looking, taking sacks. And that wasn't it. It's not really looking good for me at all right now, because on 2nd and 19, I ended up taking another sack, walked back a couple yards, and now it's 3rd and 31. With it being 3rd and 31, I'm not trying to just give up and give them the ball. I'm throwing this up, just hoping that my receiver can make a play on that ball. Got that ball right in Jaylen with Eye's hands, and he just dropped it. That's crazy. But amazing defense played by the defense. It's still a 4-point game, and on 1st and 10, that boy Samson is wide open. Just left wide open down the field. He's taking that to the crib. A game-winning touchdown by my boy Samson. What a guy. That boy Samson was going crazy all game. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This game right here got me real nervous. It's not because of the team, it's because of the condition I'm in. Ranked number 2 in the nation, Georgia. And I mean, we beat them last year. So like, we know how to win. It's just the fact body felt after playing last game when the painkillers wore off. And I mean, I'm just happy that I got a solo dorm so no one could figure out what I was going through last night. I mean, the pain I felt in my knee and ankle, terrible. And the only thing that kept on going through my mind was the fact that that doctor had said that there was a chance that I probably won't be able to play for the rest of the season if something bad happened. Nothing terrible happened in the game. It's just the fact that after them painkillers went away, feeling was so bad, I was laying in bed all day. I ain't gonna lie. That was not gonna stop me from coming into this game against Georgia. And at this point, all I could do is pray that I do not step on that left leg like bad, because anything can happen to my ankle or my knee. But as of now, that is one of my least worries. My main worry right now is beating Georgia. And I'm tying the game up here, throwing this dot to my boy Nick for the touchdown. Defense ended up getting a stop, the perfect stop. This gives us a chance to go ahead and take the lead. And on 1st and 10, after running the play action, scrambling out to the right side, hitting Jaylen with an eye for the first down. If they're not going to guard Jaylen with an eye in this game, I guess I'm just going to have to give it to him almost every single play on 1st and 10. He gets open once again across the middle of the field. An amazing route, picking up another first down. I ain't gonna lie, I'm just very lucky that's not my right ankle and knee that got hurt, because I wouldn't be able to make throws like this. Dot to the back of the end zone for the tug, taking the lead. Now they did end up responding back, and on 1st and 10 on running the play action, trying to force this ball into my boy Jaylen with an eye once again, almost threw a pick. But if you think almost throwing a pick while trying to get it to my boy was gonna stop me from getting it to my boy, you tripping, because I'm getting it back to him again on 2nd and 10, picking up another first down. 1st and 10, I'm surveying the field a little bit, but I can't find nothing I like. I decided to go ahead and do it myself, pick up this first down, and then slide before I get killed. As we got closer to the goal line, their defense just got a lot better. Couldn't really find a way into the end zone, and I got to throw this ball out. We might have to settle for 3. Or not. Coach was not settling for 3. We made it all the way here, and he wants us to score a touchdown with no points. 4th and 1, and I'm hitting Samson on that slant. An amazing route. Finally, this time after we scored, they did not. This gives us a chance to make this a 2-score lead. I'm getting this to Samson, picking up the first down. Then on 1st and 10, we're running the screenplay, but I realized they were all over there. I decided to go ahead and scramble with it myself and pick up the first down and more, getting amazing blocking, getting into the red zone. Running another play action, scrambling out to the left side. I'm trying to get this thing to Jaylen with an eye, but I ain't gonna lie. Trying to roll out to the left and throw the ball like that felt terrible. Because even though it doesn't hurt that much right now, I might have re-aggravated my ankle. And not only that, me knowing that I got these injuries, it's really limited my ability to make those that I want to make, running that way, especially. But all that does not matter right now against Georgia. I put myself in this position, so I'm going to have to make sure that we win. 3rd and goal, trucking that DB to get into the end zone. It is still the first half, and it's 28-21. Not too much defense being played, especially not on this play. I don't know what DB they got over there guarding Jaylen with an eye, but he cannot keep up. Touchdown. We ended up getting the ball first to start the half, and we made it all the way down the field. Once again, 3rd and 5, hitting Jaylen with an eye on the slant. He picked up the first down. And there, he's breaking his own record, the most receiving yards in a single game, or at least for a South Carolina receiver. 2nd and goal, we're close enough to go ahead and just run this ball in. We do just that, very as well getting into the end zone. At this point in the 3rd quarter, it's a 20-point game. And as long as we can keep on gaining yards, picking up first downs with running the ball, we should be able to win this game pretty easily. And after they stopped our run a couple times, it's time to pass the ball. But me, I'm not thinking about doing that at all. There's a blitzer coming after me, but he wasn't fast enough to catch me. On 3rd and 6, I'm picking up another touchdown, and safe to say it's over. Now, I had an amazing game on the ground and in the air. But the way I feel right now was not amazing. Because I'm just glad that I only aggravated my ankle. Imagine if that chance of my ankle getting destroyed ended up happening right there. To this day, my teammates, my coaches still don't understand how bad my ankle and knee really are. That they really never find out. Which is why, even when I minorly tweaked my ankle, I decided to not use the school's medical staff, because then they'll probably end up figuring it out. And again, at the end of figuring that out, I would not be able to be out here with my guys trying to win. Though currently we're down 7-0 right now in the first quarter against JMU. On 2nd and 10, I'm using my speed to pick up this first down and more. And then on 1st and 10, just waiting patiently for Jaylen with an eye to get open on this deep out route. And he did. I hit him, he scored the tug, tying the game up. Defense ended up getting the stop. It's now 2nd and 7, running a fake play action type of play, and I'm running out to the right side. All the routes went to the left side, so that gives me enough space to pick up this first down. They ended up playing some pretty good defense. Got me to 3rd and 19 after picking up a couple sacks. I thought I was gonna be able to get this ball in, but double covered and it was almost picked off. And now we're losing. About 2 minutes and a half left in this first half, and on 1st and 10, I'm screaming out to the left side, and I'm hitting a guy who really hasn't got too many touches this year, Patrick West. Someone on this offense I'm really proud of is my boy Samson. He done got so much better and so much faster. I'm able to just throw this ball down the field, and he's catching that, scoring the tug, burning them boys. And after that, our defense ended up getting a stop. But they defense is still playing pretty good. On 2nd and 18. They pick up a big sack again, 3rd and 28. What am I doing? I feel like it's 3rd and 28 and I'm in doubt. And I feel like when you in doubt, you just throw it up to your best wide receiver. And I did just that. Throwing it up to Jaylen with an eye, who burnt that DB over the top. He's into the end zone. Defense got another stop, and we made our way back down the field. 2nd and 10. My guy Samson left wide open on this slant, breaking a tackle, picking up this big first down. 2nd and goal, running QB wrap, and I'm getting into the end zone untouched. Defense end up getting another stop, and JMU looking like they might end up getting a stop of their own too. But they keep on disrespecting Samson, leaving him open again, once again on the slant, picking up another first. 1st and 10, handing this ball off to Braswell. Amazing blocking, and he almost gets into the end zone. And then on 1st and goal, running QB draw. After throwing somebody to the side, I'm getting to that end zone. Now, so far, I'm having a pretty good season, but it might end up ending sooner than I expected. This is just because of the fact that my coach and medical staff end up finding out about my injury. Coach saw the way I was walking and how much pain I was in after last game. He basically forced me to go to the medical staff and get it looked at. It clearly wasn't nothing minor like I said it was. The results came in from the medical staff looking like I wasn't going to be able to play. But I ain't going to lie, I begged Coach, let me play this one game. And depending on how I feel after this, then we can see how the rest of my season is going to look. Coach allowed me to play. Playing against UCF, we're #1 ranked in the nation, so the offense is looking amazing, and I don't want this to stop. On 2nd and 5, we got a little bit of motion action. Running the play action, I'm hitting my tight end towards the sideline off that corner route. And on 1st and goal, running the read option. They end up biting on the running back, so I had an easy lane to score that touchdown. UCF responded with a touchdown of their own. On 1st and 10, I'm scrolling out to the left side, picking up the first down, and running out of bounds before I get hit. Now on 1st and goal, handing this ball off, a little HB sweep type of play, he's getting into the end zone. UCF obviously wants to win this game, but I'm not trying to have them staying in this game for that long. 5 minutes left in the first half, and I'm breaking a tackle and using my speed to take off, and I'm getting amazing blocking from my teammates too. On 2nd and 1, my tight end and my outside receivers is running basically straight up. That tight end was wide open down the middle in the seams for the touchdown. This time, they did not score. 2 minutes left in this first half, and on 2nd and 10, I got Samson coming across the middle, wide open, picking up the first down. And on 1st and 10, I'm just launching this thing down the field. Launching it to Jaylen with an eye, and y'all already know he got that speed to catch up to it, scoring the touchdown. I ain't gonna lie, throwing that ball, landing on my left leg, I could tell something was off, and Coach could tell too. So I ended up sitting out for the rest of the second half. We still won, which is good. But what wasn't good was when we went back to the medical staff, they let me know that I won't be able to play for the rest of the season. They ended up putting a boot on my left foot, and I got to use crutches to get around. And so at this point, all this means is I can cheer on for my team and hope that the backup quarterback will come in and continue our dominance. But I mean, with the way that Jaylen with an eye and Samson is playing, the backup quarterback should be good, hopefully. But as for me, this is the end of my college career. I feel like I put up amazing stats, given the amount of games I played, and broke a couple records. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm playing in the 4th season. I might end up just going into the NFL draft. At this point, I'm gonna have to cheer on my team and hope for the best for my boy Jaylen with an I. And in my team's first game without me as a starting quarterback, they ended up beating Kentucky 60-54. And Jaylen with an I and Samson had amazing games as well. But surprisingly, after beating Kentucky, they ended up losing the first game of the season the next game against Tennessee. While Jaylen with an I balled out, just wasn't enough. And that's kind of how it ended up going for the rest of the season. We ended up going 7-5. Not good at all. So bad, we ended up missing the conference championship. And the bowl game we ended up having to resort to was the Birmingham Bowl. And Jaylen with an I, he wasn't going for it. He didn't end up playing in it. He wasn't going to risk an injury. He just decided to go ahead, get ready for the NFL draft. Even though the team didn't do that well, he balled out, won his second Biletnikoff back-to-back. And he ended up having over 1,500 yards and 18 touchdowns, which led the nation. Man, the careers we had on this team, even though I didn't get to finish out my last season, we still broke a good amount of records together. And the main goal that we had was to get South Carolina their first national championship. And we did just that.